Welcome everybody to the ClusterJunk podcast. So today we are normally, as always, joined by 1000 Colors and Tom, the Freely Gaming.
Hey.
Hello.
How's that?
Yeah, that was
I do my
brilliant.
intros fast. I do
It
my
was
intros
it was
fast.
a good intro, yeah.
Unscripted and fast. That's how I
Unlike
roll.
me, I always go, what was it again? Oh crap.
Oh, I did forget your name. All right.
ClusterJunk,
No,
JunkCast.
I forgot. Yeah, I
That
forgot
was
your
one
name.
time, right? Give me a break.
Yeah. So,
So
first topic.
we occasionally talk about things that make sense and that are relevant to the week.
Yes,
First topic
and
of the
Yeah.
week.
this time Cameron is away again, so we don't have a big list of topics, so there's only a few.
So, the first topic of the week. Another 5 reasons why video games are actually good for you. Published by IGN, so you can take this with a grain of salt, because IGN are useless.
IGN are useless. I'll
I
get
don't-
to that
don't
later.
like- yeah, we
Okay.
don't like the company. So, who added this topic, and can you summarize it in less than 5 words?
It might have been
No.
Beatnik.
Oh, for God's
It
sake,
may
Beatnik.
have been Beatnik.
So, Beatnik's went on holiday this week as well, so here's
Yeah,
a
but he-
bonus as well.
Yeah, he said that he added in some though. So I was like, alright, good on you, Beatnik.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't look at him though. I was
Yeah.
doing something else.
You're the only person that
probably.
normally reads our topics.
Yeah, now we're like, wow. Basically,
this
it's
topic actually
just,
really bored
it's
me, so I skipped that.
basically, I think the title is pretty self-explanatory. It's basically 5 reasons why video games are actually good for you. It's exactly what the title says. I'll actually read out the 5 reasons. The first one is they can make your brain bigger, which I guess any
Doesn't
mental
make sense, 'cause your
activity
skull has a
can.
certain... Maybe your skull has a certain room, you know, what, you're going to grow your skull bigger?
Yeah, it's just gonna grow. It's gonna be like in The Last of Us. Your skull's just gonna go away, and you're gonna have this little mushroom head. Yeah.
I'm
but-
pretty sure in The Last of Us, those people are not just insanely intelligent and their head exploded. I'm pretty much sure that's a fungal infection there.
No, it targets all the intelligent people.
It's just the intelligent people of the world.
And that's
Like
actually that was the true plot of The Last of Us. It was actually all the intelligent people died, and then all the dumb people are roaming around going,
Killing
"What
the
shall we do?" And then the whole place just
No,
goes
great.
to hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Well,
exactly what happened.
if that's the case, I'm just imagining now, Stephen Hawking must have been like the ultra god of those guys.
Yeah.
You know, that's what the hidden boss must be in The Last of Us. Like,
Yeah,
they're gonna bring
that's the
out a
boss battle.
DLC. There's gonna be like a new DLC brought out. It's like the Stephen Hawking boss battle.
Yeah.
It's just him in a giant mecha suit from his chair that mutated.
Yeah, exactly. Even the chair mutates. Far out.
Well, I mean, his brain's probably like, you know, directly linked to that thing by now.
Yeah.
He's pretty much more machine than he is man.
Yeah, probably. But yeah, even if it's not like, making the brain as a whole bigger, I reckon it would definitely make certain areas like the corpus callosum, which basically connects both your 2 hemispheres together, which helps with multitasking and that. Like if you have a bigger corpus callosum, then you can multitask better, apparently. But yes, areas like that.
I love
bigger.
that you like suffix this with apparently. Like you go through all these technical terms. Yes, the corpus callosum helps you multitask. Apparently.
Just
Can you imagine
don't
if someone
quote
was doing
me.
like a speech like, yeah, so I can't even remember what it's called.
Corpus
It's like
callosum.
corpus callosum
Yeah.
inhibits your ability to multitask. I mean, apparently, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe it doesn't, you
But
know?
I think I'm
don't know.
pretty
What
sure
is
it
science?
does. I just say that just so people don't go, "You're wrong." Well, fine. That's
This is the
what
internet.
it's believed
Everyone
to
is
happen.
wrong always, even when you're right. Stephen Hawking doesn't go on the internet because he would be wrong.
Fair enough. But yeah, that's why
Yes.
it's believed that like a lot of women are better at multitasking than men because when they did a study when they cut people's like brains open or whatever, I don't know, when they looked through the different brains of each gender, they found that the corpus callosum was bigger in women, hence possibly why they're better at multitasking. But That's a different study.
Nah, bro,
Yeah.
you're wrong. Because I'm a man, and I can
And
do lots of
anti-
things at once, yeah.
Anti-feminism.
Yeah. And then
Boo.
and then Tom starts making gorilla noises, like Homer
Yep,
style.
that stuff like summarizes most of the male population of the
All
world.
men are disgusting pigs. That's gonna be the title of the podcast.
Yeah.
And then everyone's gonna
So-
be like, "What the hell?"
The next reason why games are apparently good for you, being evil in a video game can make you more morally sensitive. I see this has merit, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, it has merit in a certain respect because, inside a video game you can kind of do whatever you want, but outside in real life you actually think about the consequences of things.
Yeah, in the
But
game,
honestly,
in games,
yeah.
games have no consequences most of the time.
Yeah. Like, I don't understand why that's sort of, why video games would inspire this, like, morally sensitiveness, because surely, unless you're really devoid of all sort of emotion, you should be a little bit more morally sensitive anyway. Like, you don't have to play video games to know, wait a minute, if I shoot this guy, he's gonna die, and that will cause him unhappiness. Better not do that.
Unhappiness from dying. But yeah, I remember when I played Calm Time, even though that was a really basic, like, pixelated game in that, basically for the people who don't know, you basically have this party in the middle of nowhere, and you have really retarded guests, and then there's this, like, guest in the kitchen, and she looks like your wife, and then you stab her, and then she dies, and everyone runs around going, "Oh no, he's gonna kill us all." And so you go around stabbing people, and it's not that sad, really. Until you get to this kid. You stab this little kid, and I just felt like crap after that. I couldn't play it anymore. I was like, oh, I feel too guilty. And I had to stop recording. I'm stabbing this child. Because he makes all these, like, really bad crying sounds, and then he's just crawling while he's bleeding out, and you have to kill him. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, but I
See-
felt like it's pixelated and that. It's not like good graphics or
not
whatever. But it's I still felt like a piece of shit after doing that. I was like, I'm not playing this game anymore.
That
felt
kind of
horrible.
reminds me a lot of something I found the other day. Notch made a London Dare game for London Dare 24-hour game making contest thing in the lobby. He made a game called Drowning. Now I'll post this in the Skype so you guys can check this out as well. This is very weird. I checked this out the other day, and it's a text-based thing where you go through the life of a person, and basically the only thing that you can do is click this button called solve, and you start there as nothing, you solve that, and then eventually after the time goes by you are not solve that, and you gain hope. It's a very weird sort of thing because it builds you up as if it's going to be very nice, and then like you've gained hope, you're starting to become solve that, and then you get a
Yeah,
body.
I'm doing that.
I played through the entire thing the other day, actually. It takes about an hour or so if you speedrun it. I'm not sure if
yeah.
it has multiple different endings or something, but my character died and was never remembered.
Oh, okay.
It's really,
I'm gonna
really
get
messed up.
knowledge.
Yeah.
I already got knowledge. Can I
Yeah.
get more
Yeah,
knowledge?
you
Oh
can get
yeah,
as
you can
much
get
knowledge as
more
you want.
knowledge.
Yeah,
Could I just get
yeah.
knowledge for like hours? And then I
If
end
you
up
really
with
want
1
to
million
for
knowledge.
days.
I'm
Yeah.
just gonna be playing this during like, the podcast. So
Yeah,
professional.
it's very strange system. I'm just quickly
It's a nice
bringing it up
simple
on the
game. Though.
podcast. Yeah, I'm bringing it up on the podcast so we can, so it can.
You know how much fucking knowledge I'm getting from
I
this?
got 10 knowledge. I'm gonna be born. I could become a toddler and lose 8 knowledge.
Yeah, see, it's really weird.
I'm gonna finish it later though. I should do a
It's-
let's play.
It's very strange.
Integrity.
I mean, you are and you gain life, and then you go through that, and you need to learn so you can get knowledge. You can just infinitely get knowledge before you go to being born. I
Yeah.
mean, it shows some sort of fucked upness of what the fuck is going on in Notch's mind.
Yeah,
Was
I
he
know.
a super intelligent baby who was learning before he was even conceived? You were born, well, I better be a smart sperm cell. Sale?
Yeah. Oh.
Sperm sale. That just sounds
Yes,
really...
sail.
Smart
well,
sperm
it
sale!
is. It's the semen is sailing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking more of like a garden, like, a yard sale where people were just
Oh.
selling smart sperm. Jesus Christ, it's really hard to say. I mean,
Tongue
literally,
twister right there.
you could just go on forever with this, just like knowledge. I think I sat and like got like 20 knowledge before I was even born. Like,
All
I made
right.
by the end of it, my character was knowledgeable, had no memories at all, no friends, and was never remembered. I was just like, that was
Oh.
fucking depressing.
Yeah, so
Very weird.
do you drown at the end? Is it like drowning simulator where you just die?
No, eventually you just fade from existence. You just die eventually.
Oh.
It's really strange. Well, I don't know if there's any multiple endings or something, if you like, are a bit more moral about your choices and stuff, but I
Well-
kind of just speedrun the entire game to see what was at the end.
What the hell, Notch? What is going
Yeah.
on?
I mean, first Cliff Horse and now this.
Yeah, I know. I can't afford being a child.
Yes, you have to gain certain things to
I'm
up
gonna
the
get
levels.
all of the friends.
It's a fucking weird system, I'm gonna be honest. So, yes.
Just give it
let's
time
get away
and you'll
let's
get
get away
more
from that
friends.
weird shit.
Okay, I'm
The
gonna
next
I'm gonna
thing-
finish
wait,
playing
wait.
it later.
Wait, are we still on IGN? Because then
We
I
are?
can.
Yes,
Alright,
we are.
Say, I want to just throw in this topic.
Yes.
Watermarks, yeah.
What are
IGN
you-
does this all the time.
Oh,
Like,
right.
you know what a watermark is,
But
obviously.
we haven't
Like,
finished with
Alex has one on
IGN's
this.
reasons of why video games are good for you.
They're all
Finish this
good for you.
Okay,
Finish your
do
reason
you-
first. You can talk about your watermark stuff.
Okay, we have 3 more things to go through. The third one is they can help reduce addictive cravings. So, research out of the UK.
Cravings.
Well, at least, like, you can't get fat from Tetris or,
Oh, believe me,
End
you
up
can get
with-
fat from Tetris.
well, like, seriously, like, get, like, a meth face from Tetris or something. Friggin' Heisenberg, man. Yeah, research out of UK has found that playing a game of Tetris can help reduce cravings. So, what was it? Elaborate intrusion theory suggests that visual imagery is a central part of craving, and that therefore a visually based task should decrease cravings and craving imagery. So, it's
Very
pretty much
strange.
replaces the craving. But, I guess, like, if you have a food addiction, like myself, the hunger is real. I'd rather be playing Tetris than eating. Like, especially when you're trying to lose weight. Oh my gosh. I just sit there and I'm like, sugar, I need friggin' sugar, man.
I know, right?
I need my fix.
I mean, sometimes losing weight is so hard because I like sugar and stuff. My God.
But it's like,
Strange.
it's kind of like with smoking for me. Instead it's food, and I can't. It's
You
bad.
smoke?
It's pretty bad. No, my mom smokes, but no, I
okay.
just steal her cigarettes. No, I'm an asthmatic, so I'd probably die if I
Okay.
smoked.
I'm an asthmatic and I used to smoke. It didn't really cause me that many problems. Died.
Yeah,
Dies
if
from
I was
asthma
gonna
attack.
smoke, I wouldn't smoke those little cigarettes, you know?
Cigar.
I mean,
Cigars.
come on. Yeah, if you're gonna go big, go all
Cigars
the way.
are lovely. Cigars are actually really nice.
Like one of those fat ones. Like
Yeah.
my mate had one of them. I didn't smoke them because I was like, you know what?
Yeah.
I like breathing, so I'm gonna
Yeah.
hold off on that for a
Well,
while.
the way some people smoke it is that you don't actually, like, inhale it. You just suck enough so you can blow it out. You don't actually, like, inhale it into your lungs.
That's not proper smoking. You do that with
But,
cigars, yeah.
but then you can get tongue cancer from that if you don't inhale
Yeah.
it properly, so you lose either way.
You do that with cigars, you don't do that with cigarettes. You're
Yeah,
supposed
but
to
that's what
inhale
I
it
was saying
properly.
with cigars.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
don't.
Also, I'm
cigars
not
are
looking
supposed
forward
to-
to like the first one, you know, when you like read it and you're like, oh god, this is terrible, you know?
Why
Yeah.
would
I mean,
Just don't have your first one then.
I
There you
could
go, you
think
don't
of
have
Yeah.
to ever
nothing
have this issue.
like I could think of nothing worse than inhaling like a little stick of smoke. Ugh. Like I understand how like you smoke or whatever, and then it's addictive because it's free in tobacco and like nicotine, man. So, but yeah, oh no,
You know
I
what's,
couldn't
like,
do it.
really funny?
I'd feel like I
Oh,
was giving myself an asthma attack. I probably would give myself an asthma attack if I started smoking, but you know. Yeah.
The last two topics on this list of reasons why video games are actually good for you is kind of boring, I'm going to be honest. Don't know if anyone wants to discuss them, if you can see them.
Is it because they're scientific? Yeah. I don't know if they are.
Oh
no, these two ones are a little bit more sciencey and a little bit less. Hey, they can make your brain bigger. Corpus callosum. Yeah. So
anyway, let's move on to Tom's problems with watermarks.
Okay, the fourth one is they can enhance cognitive control in older adults. I didn't really read that. And the fifth one, which is interesting, kids with cerebral palsy can use them as part of their therapy. I don't really have much to. I don't have much to add to that.
Okay, Tom, what is it about these watermarks then? You said you're crazy about watermarks.
Walter Jr. has cerebral palsy. Yeah.
Well, fuck watermarks, essentially. You know, like, if you're making a YouTube video, you can put a watermark on your stuff. You know, that's all good. I'm not saying that watermarks are inherently bad, but the way that in which IGN uses them are totally fucking shit. You're not, just because, like, you've downloaded something from Twitch or you've, like, recorded it straight off of Twitch, doesn't make it your content. And then they slap a watermark on there, like, IGN, like, this is ours. It's like, no, it's not yours. That's Ubisoft's until you record your own, you know? Like...
When did they do this? I want video proof.
They do it all the time with like trailers and stuff. Like they slap their own watermark. I'll try and find something with it.
I'm pretty sure that's not them saying that that's their own content. I'm pretty much sure that's just them saying, "Hey, this is on the IGN channel."
Still though, you shouldn't be able to do it because it's like kind of saying, you know, this is ours. It's like ownership of it.
Well, we made this video. Saying,
they did. They uploaded it.
Yeah, I know.
Anyone can do that.
If you're talking over the top of it, you're making a video.
If you're like adding something to it, not a watermark, then that's your video. But if you're just ripping it straight from Twitch or whatever and then uploading it, then that's not yours by any sense of the word. Like a review, if you put a watermark down in the bottom right corner, go for it. That's all good because you've added to that. You've changed something. You've actually, you know, you've done something to it. But if you just have like a movie and then you just like a trailer for a movie and you just slap on your own watermark, fucking dick move because that's not yours.
But do they talk over the top of these trailers or do they just say, hey, look, this is ours? If they're saying this is ours, deal with it.
I don't know what this is, but it's just some random trailer.
Okay. That's a bit dickish.
But you can get a sense, like, it's not theirs. They've obviously, like, ripped it from, like, an external source and then just uploaded it to theirs, put on a watermark and been like, yeah, this is ours now. And it's like, no, it isn't. Fuck you and your watermarks.
Oh, yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, they put their watermarks on every single thing that they post.
And they probably don't even realize they're doing it by now. Like, they probably just do it as, like, a... kind of
default.
They probably just like whoever edits their videos or whatever probably just throws it in. They're like, oh yeah, whatever.
Oh yeah, this movie looks good. Unbroken.
Alright, no one cares about the movie, right? We're talking about watermarks.
But I'm just saying, I saw the ad for it today and I was like, oh, it looks cool.
This is a video game podcast, not a movie podcast.
Well, it's kind of like an everything podcast.
No, it is.
It's a video game program.
IGN is also really bad for a lot of other reasons. Like they have I can't even remember her name, but she's on like their daily channel or whatever. It just has like this chick. What's her name?
They always have a chick.
They just have like this. Yeah, like they never like even if they just have like some woman who's just like hot. It's like, oh yeah, she's part of the crew. It's just like no. Like, I don't see that. I'm not saying that you can't just have women on there, but they're obviously doing it for more views. Like, so people go on there and be like, oh, man, she's so fucking hot, man. Like, I mean, if we go onto one of those videos, you can tell what we're going to find. In fact,
we're going to find...
It's just it.
I'm going to find out.
Not like women.
What?
Nah, I don't like IGN. Women are cool. But IGN are totally shit.
Oh yeah, I'm kind of playing Drowning, and I'm a toddler, and I gain experience by moving on, which is essentially getting rid of your friends.
Yeah.
I'm a toddler! What kind
This
of
is my
toddler
point.
moves on? What the hell, Notch?
This is my point about Notch being absolute batshit crazy. I think maybe the sort of whole fame from Minecraft has really got to him.
You're
He's got some serious issues
LaBouffe.
repressed there. The guy that made Flappy Bird, there you go. That's what you're talking about, I'm pretty sure.
Huh?
Were you talking about the guy that made Flappy Bird who just
No,
like went
I was talking
ape shit? Just like, oh.
And I'm trying to find it. Yeah, it's like Shia LaBouffe. And he had the bag on his head that said "I'm not famous anymore," and he ripped off someone's script and did a bunch of crazy stuff.
Oh yeah.
He went off the deep end.
Yeah.
I was like, Notch is kind of doing that, but he's not stealing stuff. He's just making really weird stuff.
He's just being absolute apeshit. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Ruff, ruff.
Anyway, yes, I hate dogs.
Ruff.
It isn't mine.
And then
it's not-
background,
it's in my house,
you
but
hear,
it is in my house,
bad
but
dog.
it's not mine.
You just have
Anyway,
a random
so-
dog in your house. Oh yeah, I just want
I
dog.
trap dogs. I trap dogs in my pets free time.
Wait, when Cameron comes
in my basement.
we should fuck with him. When Cameron comes in, we should just we should just totally fuck with him. Just be like, well, Cameron,
we're getting Cameron.
we've been
That's-
talking, and your
You can
tardiness
do-
will not be tolerated. I'm afraid
You might get pissed
you're
off
out
if
of
we
the
do that.
podcast.
Who knows?
I know it'll be funny.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna have a live explosion of Cameron.
I know,
Why
right?
not?
Right, let's
That'd be
move
great.
on- let's move
You
on to the
terrible
next-
person.
Well, we'll move on to the next topic
Oh,
as
that
soon
would
as
be
we can
so
get Cameron
funny.
into the chat. Where
He's
is he?
coming, by the way.
Okay, when he
He's
comes
come-
here, we'll just be like, tardiness will not be tolerated.
I'll be right there.
And it-
Right.
Because then he'll be like, oh, sorry, yeah, I had this to do or whatever. And then we'll be like, well, Cameron, we've discussed it, and
Well, yeah, who knows?
we
He
want
might-
you out.
He might have bitches and hoes to be sort of treating out. He might be like part-time pimp.
He might not be like totally. If he's gonna go off on like a podcast, he'll be totally insane. Let's be honest here. If
I
he's
think
just like,
Cameron is a little insane.
you know what then? Fuck you. No, like you'd have to be pretty fucking weird to do that on a live stream. Actually, he doesn't know that we live stream.
I'm sure he's not going to do a Phil Fish and be like, you know what, stuff you, I'm cancelling Fez 2.
Oh man, fuck Phil Fish.
I know, right?
That guy's such a cunt.
I don't
I
understand.
thought he was alright, but
At first
lost
I
me
did, and then
because-
he went really weird, and I was like, what the hell?
I
I watched that like movie. I think it was called Indie Game or something like that. And he was just
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I remember what it was.
yeah, and he didn't seem like a dick at all. And I was like, oh yeah, maybe he just got a bad rap. And then he was making those comments about Let's Plays, and I was like,
Oh yeah, and
Oh,
then
that
you.
guy's a
Oh, I
douchebag.
watched it like at the end, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I didn't want to be a part of this film or whatever." And turns out the guy, his partner, never got asked. So they probably
yeah.
said,
See-
"Oh yeah, Phil, can you ask like your former partner if he wants to be in it?" And he was probably like, "Sure," and then never did it. But I could just
Yeah,
be
nah.
making an assumption there, so I don't know.
yeah.
But yeah, he's a
Well,
he's a bit of a turd
too well,
burglar.
too. Yeah, he is a fucking douchebag. I hate that
I
guy.
don't- the thing I don't
thought he was
understand-
alright.
What could be gained from a Fez 2? I haven't completed the game, but I've played quite a lot of it, and Cam's told me a bit about it. And some of the puzzles require you to actually edit the game's like fucking. You have to like go into the game's code and find
Yeah.
puzzle solutions in there. I mean, really, what could Fez 2 bring to the board? Because that
I
game's
guess
already
it would-
game breaking enough.
I guess it would be like making like a Braid 2. Or whatever. Like, because it kind of, like with Braid, it just concluded.
Yeah.
And it was like, well, that'd be silly to make another one. I was gonna use the example of Super Meat Boy, but like it's kind of like Mario. You could just keep on making more of them, and
Yeah.
people would still play the crap out of them.
Yeah, with Super Meat Boy, you could kind of, because it has like a main protagonist sort of thing, you could just kind of say, hey, look, there's a new protagonist. But with something like Fez, it's like that cube exploded and made the world all crazy, and now you have to collect all the, like, now you have to collect all the blocks. And they can't really just say, hey, the cube's exploded again, but in a different location. Why was it in a different location? Well, it was on parade, you see. and the people of Starsign City wanted to see the big cube, and we took it to the city, and then a terrorist came along, it blew up the cube, and now go shoot the black people.
And then
We
it
didn't make
turns.
Fez into
Then
Call
it
of Duty.
then
We didn't make Fez Call of Duty.
then
honest.
it turns into Katamari Damacy, and you just roll up everything. You roll up everything, everyone and everything, and make
The main character of
stars.
Fez, yeah.
Yeah.
The main character of Fez is just like, yep. Okay, I'm not gonna use this gun. Rolly.
Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what you do.
This
Anyway,
is why we shouldn't make games.
Cameron is here. Speak.
Cameron
Speak
is here.
quickly.
That's if he's here.
Speak quickly.
I'm here.
He is here. Okay, cool. Right.
Yay.
Onwards to the next
Can you hear me?
subject then. Just about turn your volume up a little bit.
Alright, we'll do.
And then it's like super loud. And then it's like, is this loud enough?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I actually can't turn it up any louder.
that's fine. That's
Yeah,
fine.
that sounds good.
now. Alright, second topic of the day. Hackers break Mario Kart 8 and vow not to aid cheaters. This is actually cool. I like this. I read this. So basically, some hackers have hacked into the Wii U of Mario Kart 8 and edited loads and loads of little bits, like changing the soundtrack, changing the track names, little bits like that. But the person who's done it, Mr. Bean, 35,000 VR, most awkward name ever, claims that he will not release this to public because he doesn't think it'll ever be ready for public release, and also he doesn't really want to help people cheating. He kind of just wants to play around with it and say, look, I can change all this stuff. Like,
Oh,
look,
yeah.
this track is now called Poopland. And things like that. He hasn't done things to
Poopland.
break the game. He's just done things to sort of change the sort of cosmetics of the game. It's kind of cool.
Oh, yeah. Fair enough.
Oh,
Yeah, it is
that's
cool.
good. There's nothing wrong with that, I don't think. Like, I don't have anything against hacking if you're not like breaking the game. As long as you just as long as it's just like in good fun, like you're just trying to learn something. That's all good. Whatever.
Yeah.
Go for your life.
Hackers.
I mean, there's it's the same with like there's a good few games that like people hack and stuff. Like people call mods hacking, and like when people mod Dark Souls, unless of course it's something like, you know, I have infinite health now, fuck you. Unless it's something like that, I don't really mind it because in Dark Souls people do things like mods to change the look of armors and stuff to make them look prettier and stuff like that. I
Yeah.
don't really mind that, but people seem to go ape shit like over anything that is a mod and call it a hack, even though it's something like cosmetic.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense, you know?
It's like Skyrim has a bunch of beauty mods,
Yeah,
and like calling them hacks would just be kind of crazy.
pretty much. Yeah,
Yeah, like,
Like, I
I
mean-
always use mods for like Skyrim and stuff, especially graphic mods, just because they look good, and there's nothing wrong
Yeah.
with using mods in that. Like, it doesn't harm anyone, or like, you know, ruins
like-
anyone's games. Like, you know, hacking for like, you know, shooters and stuff is ridiculous and really annoying because it just ruins it for everyone. But
Mm.
with mods and
It's like
that, it's
Minecraft.
nothing wrong. Yeah, Minecraft.
Minecraft wouldn't be what it was, what it is without all of its mods.
Yeah, because
So
everyone
it's-
would have got sick of it really quickly. Because you play it, and then, you know, you wait like a year for the next update, and then it's like, you know, I don't really care
Because
about it
people are
anymore.
People are very negative towards mods, and well, because effectively mods are effectively hacking the game, people just see hacking as a bad thing. They don't seem to look at the actual facts of, hey, this is not breaking the game, this is making the game look nice or whatever.
Yeah.
But one thing I don't
Yeah, like-
understand, the community for Dark Souls hate mods. Like anyone that mods anything, if you change the look of armor, you get hated.
Oh,
But
far out.
they will gladly, when Dark Souls 1 were around, use the DS fix and the DS connectivity fix, which were effectively which were hacks. You
Yeah,
know,
technically.
if people are gonna if people are gonna put mods and hacks in the same thing, the DS fix and the DS connectivity fix were both hacks. You know, but they actually improved the thing by helping connectivity rates and stuff for invasions and summonings, and also they made the game play at a stable frame rate, which was like, you know, they put it up to like 1080p and stuff like that.
Yeah,
but
which
people
was
don't
a,
complain
you know,
about
a
that.
pretty big deal.
Yeah, but people seem to complain if say for example you change the armor, the color of your armor, people complain about that, but they won't complain about things like, you know, making the game look good. And it's just like, Well, if you're gonna complain about the armor being changed, surely you shouldn't. You should complain about the game aesthetic original getting changed.
Yeah.
Mm.
A lot of people are hypocrites. That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of like they'll only accept it whenever it suits them, kind of thing.
Yeah, when it's convenient.
Yeah.
It's like the Watch Dogs mod that we talked about. That it's not like it's a hack or anything. It's another beauty mod that it's not even a mod.
I just looked that up and I was like, the first result was Ubisoft to release a patch for Watch Dogs that disables it. I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
And then I clicked on it and it's just like there's some guy who just made a video like saying it. It's like, so you didn't have any sources. It's like,
Yeah.
no. But they're doing
They're probably gonna do this, guys.
They would have to break
very
their own
nearly
game
likely.
because the mod is basically turning on settings which were turned off. So if they were going to patch it, they would have to patch the game to remove settings.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much.
It's weird.
Which people would
yeah.
kill them over, pretty much.
Yeah. I think it's the problem. People just seem to like going on witch hunts with certain companies. I mean, Ubisoft aren't the best people in the world. I mean,
But they're
the
certainly
shit
not
with
the
Watch Dogs.
worst.
Well, yeah, they're not idiots in the respect of, hey, someone found out our shit, let's quickly patch that over and pretend it never happened. Like, if you
I think
do
it's
that,
past that though.
yeah, if you do that, you're a bit fucking dumb.
Yeah.
It's very dumb.
This is Ubisoft, they did turn off Watch Dogs' thing. I know you just said that, but still, that's really annoyed me.
And they also
That's
did
really
make
pissed me
Trials
off.
Fusion.
Yeah.
Bastards. I found out the other day, actually. I could run that. Run that.
Yes.
There's been a, like, not many people would know this, of course, because I don't rant about it in videos, but, yeah, I was playing Trials Fusion. I tried playing Trials Fusion, and my graphics card is a little bit older, but I run my DX Diag to see sort of my settings and stuff, to see how powerful I was running at and stuff, to see if it could actually compare to what it was expecting. And the fun thing was, I am running DirectX 11, and it requires DirectX 10.1, and it's just built so that it's not compatible with my sound card. It's my GPU. I can run the DirectX, but it's just this GPU that it's not compatible with, it turns out in the end. But although when you load up the game it says your GPU is not compatible with DirectX 10.1, I'm just like, no, my GPU is compatible. It's running DirectX 11. You idiots. It's
It
because
works
you didn't make
fine
it
for me.
supported. Yeah, it's because you didn't make it supported, okay?
That's really dumb though, because like I understand them making that kind of mistake from like a smaller studio, like an indie studio, but they're very far from being indie, so it's not acceptable.
Yeah, so now I have to rebuild my entire computer just to play Trials Fusion. Yeah.
Worth it.
I know, it looks like a fucking astonishing game. That's why I'm really annoyed about it. I'm just like, fuck's sake, I do need to do this.
Yeah,
And
it's not one of those things
it
where
does
you
need
go,
an
oh,
Not
update.
optional.
It does
Yeah.
need an update, I'm going to be honest. But it's the fact that I could run it if they supported my fucking GPU, which they didn't. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it's annoying.
time to murder someone.
Yeah. Very angry person when it comes to disabling my ability to play certain computer games. If that didn't come across.
Yeah, no.
If we hadn't noticed.
So, do you have anything more on the topic of hacking?
Anywho, I don't have a problem with mods or even like hacks, if it doesn't negatively affect anyone. So, if it's just like fun little hacks or whatever that are just funny, then, they're good. But like, if it's like instant kill every shot or something, or shoots out like 100 bullets at once, then I don't like them.
See, I find the ones that like shoot 100 bullets at once funny if it's like done offline or something, or done in a multiplayer with friends. Like, you've got a gun that fires like 1,000,000 bullets at once or something. That's just fucking hilarious. But unless of course you're doing it with people that don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, but like if you do it with friends and that, it's not gonna like annoy them to the extent that like they're like, who the hell would do this? Or like it might annoy them during the game, but that's the point.
Yeah.
And they all agreed to it, but when it's just like random online games, I don't like that.
Yeah, no. If it's game breaking, don't do it. If it's just pointless fun that doesn't harm anyone, then I don't see a problem with it.
Yeah.
I mean, there is some which people might count as pointless harm that, like, for example, Payday 2, like, people mod that game's not really mod it, they hack it, to do things like spawn loot bags and stuff in the game to. So, say for example, you're doing a mission or whatever. You're at the van at the end of the thing, and people just hack the game and just spawn like a million bags of gold or whatever. And this mission that would have given you like, I don't know, about maybe 100,000 or so suddenly
Yeah.
makes you a billionaire, which
Oh yeah.
Right.
in a game like Payday, it kind of just removes the fun of the game, because the fun is like sort of building up and earning the money and playing these really over the top missions and stuff to make really good bank. But then people are just like, nope, here you go, here's $1 trillion, and it's like, okay, now I can't get rid of
That's
all that
cheap.
money. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I had it when I was really early in the game. I had it happen like I was doing one of the really early missions. I think it's like the jewelry heist or something, which gives you about 10,000. And then someone come into the world, dropped about 50 bags of gold, and threw them all in the van, and then left the game. I was like, wow. So what do we do? Either quit the match and restart it all. This was when I was like really low level, and the jewelry heist was really fucking hard at that level. And I
Oh,
was like,
yeah.
quit the game or just continue. And eventually I just continued because I was like, well, you know, not going to restart the entire game because it taken me about 20 minutes anyway, because it was literally like my first couple of games where I wasn't very good.
Right. I haven't played Payday, but I get that it kind of it orbits around how hard it is to make money. Like they
Yeah.
patched it, and they nerfed it early on. I remember that, but
Yeah.
Mm.
I mean, it's a really good game, but the good thing is it's got no competitive aspect, which would make it even worse if people are hacking. But yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be so bad if someone joined your game and was just like, "Oh, do you want some extra money? Here you go." But it's bad when people are just like, "I'm joining your game. You're all level 1,000,000. Laters." Like a friend of mine was playing in a public service, was like playing on joined a public sort of match, like heist thing, and like joined just as the match was ending. And if you do that, you still get all the XP that you would have from the mission. But he joined, and then pretty much 10 seconds later or so, the mission immediately ended because they'd finished the mission. Now, the thing was, he didn't know that apparently the host was hacking, and he suddenly goes from like level 70 to level 250.
Yeah,
Which is a good couple of hundred of hours of gameplay, and it's just like, okay, then now he doesn't play the game anymore because there's like no point in playing the game because it's just like, okay, what do I do anymore? I'm pretty much max level. Not
yeah,
really play.
Yeah, like
Been there with Truck
killing you with
Simulator
kindness.
But I mean, if people are going to be
Accidentally
hacking
got
in
hacked.
games, yeah, if people are going to be hacking in games like that, though, you can make private matches. So if you want to hack with your friends or whatever and boost them up to level 1,000,000, do it in a private game. Just don't make it a public open game where people can join and then suddenly get boosted to 150. You know?
Yeah, it's gonna. And then the only way to fix that would be like, I kind of hacked and got to level 1,000,000, and then either you get dropped to 0, you're banned,
Yeah.
or whatever. There's no way to put you
reset your
back.
game. Yeah, you can reset your game back to 0, but that's literally reset back to 0. There's no, even if you went to the devs and said, "Hey, look, I joined a match and someone was hacking, and now I'm boosted to level 200 or so. Can you drop me back to level 75?" They would either ban you or just reset your entire character back to 0.
Yeah, that sucks. That's really like killing you with kindness.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. Kindness
And
kills.
kill you
Yeah.
with these millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Well, that's the reason that I'm a
Millions
level
of dollars.
2000 trucklord now, so. Or
Oh,
divine
yeah.
truckload.
That was a glitch. That wasn't anyone's fault. That was just the game's
I don't
poorly
know.
designed.
That was pretty sus, alright? That was sus. I just like was in the air and bada bing! Level 2300 divine truckload with negative $100 million of debt, was it? Or was it just $1 million of debt?
I think it was 1,000,000. But the problem is you
Holy
know,
crap!
the thing is
$1 million
though,
debt.
I think you were only like
Yeah.
level 5 or that, and you know it is a very buggy game. You know, it's supposed to be a single player. It is a mod.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
I mean, that
But
wasn't
it's not
deliberately
like-
anyone. You know.
Oh, it could have been. I don't know.
Actually.
It was weird. Like I've never had that happen, and it was just because like I did that teleport to whatever it was. Maybe I like fell like down below the ground because of it. Like because I was powered up on all those trucks, and I just like went through them and went through the ground, and just kept on falling.
Maybe.
And maybe it just kept on speeding up, and then time kept on speeding up because of it. Because it's going, oh, you're going too fast. I don't know. That does that doesn't make any
Slow
sense.
down.
That would mean that they'd have to put in like falling, like going faster as you fall. I don't think they would have done that.
Acceleration, yeah. I don't know.
I mean, who puts that in a truck game? Like
Fell
just in
through
case
the
they go
floor
up
and they're
and
like, you're speeding up.
There is
Yeah, they
a
fall off the mountain.
there is a ability to turn on the dev cam, which means that you can just like float around as a camera and then like reset your position to like appear on buildings and stuff. People do it all the time. That's fun.
Oh.
That's hilarious.
Yeah,
Because if you
weird.
jump off of a building, because the game is realistic, the height of that building's drop pretty much do like 100 damage because the gravity is just so strong.
Yeah.
It's just like,
It's just like, wait a
dead.
minute.
It's really funny.
I can't
Makes
believe
me-
that guy hit me head on, and then I like had to pay all that money. That put me deep in debt.
I love
So
that the
you
guy
guys
hit
weren't
you
even
head
there.
on and you flew. You actually, if you watch my perspective of that, you just take off and fly straight back into me.
Is it on your channel? I'll
yeah,
go check
yeah.
it out real quick.
Oh,
I probably
find-
shouldn't in the thing, but
Yeah,
no.
I'll find.
yeah,
the link
nah.
for it.
He just like swerved in front of me, and I was talking to Alex. I think I was singing that song.
You were singing Convoy.
Yeah, I was singing Cowboy. You know, like how does it go again? Oh, we got a great big convoy, ain't it beautiful sight? And then I just got hit by this fucking truck who's just like speeding like down like a small road, and it just hits me, and I just like fly back into Alex. I'm just like, oh no, I'm hurt, Alex.
That was hilarious.
It was not fun. And
It
then I
was
was like
hilarious to
40,000 in
watch.
debt.
It was hilarious
man.
to watch from my perspective.
That was
Just get
that was good
smashed
fun.
up.
Yeah. It's just so sudden as well because I couldn't see past you at the time, and then suddenly like you just like took off and just hit me. Like I'm
Yeah.
I'm
I think
rewatching
you
the
were
video.
trying to blame me.
Yeah.
I think
I'm-
you were trying to blame me. You're
Yeah.
like, hey, what the hell? I was like, come on, you think I'm just like flying backwards?
I was
Oh yeah,
just-
by the way, I
Yeah.
just saw this, sorry. Mountain Blade Warband, we've talked about it a few times. It's $5 on Steam right now for anyone in here who wants to watch.
Didn't I
I mean wants to buy.
yeah, didn't I link that last time about
It's a free
the
weekend.
even cheaper one? It's also free for the weekend, yeah.
Yeah.
There was an even cheaper deal the other day. Well, that might have been in the UK because I think it's like £3 over here. Like, if you watch that
Right.
video, the vehicle hits you so hard that it actually phases through you a little bit and then like pushes you back. But from my screen, I couldn't see past you. So on my screen, all it really looked like was suddenly someone phased through you and you got shot back.
That was so ridiculous. I'm just like driving along, and you just came out of nowhere. Oh
Yeah.
my god. We've got to play more thingy. We're gonna
Yeah.
play more Audio Truck Simulator.
I'll,
Everyone.
I'll probably
We'll have
stream
to
it
make-
afterwards.
Oh yeah, I just
Like,
checked.
Yeah.
Turns out I do have Warband. I didn't even
Good.
know.
Yeah, but you have
should
like a
play it. It's
million.
really good.
They have like
Just-
every game on Steam.
Yeah.
Add to my
think-
collection.
Aren't you at 500 or something now?
531 as of
Yeah.
today on Steam alone. Not to mention all the console games and Origin games
Let's
that I
see.
have.
334, sorry, I'm at. That's including a couple free-to-play games which won't leave my Steam list though.
Yeah.
Right.
Like Doda's on there. I checked it out for a couple of minutes. I'm like, I can't play this game. It's the learning curve is impossibly hard.
yeah.
Yeah, I
I'll just
probably
get it
have a
to
couple
smile.
of free to plays on there, but majority of them I've bought like 99.99999%.
Oh yes, same here. Like I've only got, I think Dota 2 is I think the only free-to-play that I have on my list.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I've
can't
got
believe this. So they released like workshop for Mountain Blade Warband. I was just checking it out. There's like
God.
already 2 mods for My Little Pony. One for like
Oh my
like
god.
replacing every
Far
single horse
out.
in the game with a
Yes.
pony. Yeah, I know.
Yes, I'm
It's
doing
fucking
this.
weird.
I'm doing this.
I'm
Confirmed.
not doing it.
Confirmed here. Mountain Blade Warband. My Little Pony. Let's play.
I actually kind of want to just for
On Alex's
lulz.
channel, check it out.
Yep.
Happening
Confirmed.
right now.
Confirmed. 2012.
Yeah. Wait, what?
Yep.
He's going
Oh.
back in time.
My Little Warband. Oh my fucking god.
Ugh.
Just with the learning curve on Dota 2, they had a huge tournament recently, and they had a Twitch stream, which was called like a noob Twitch stream. They have like a channel dedicated to it, which is good for like people that are interested in looking into it, but they don't really know the game. You can just go watch their noob streams. It's like the channel is Dota 2 TI_noob.
My problem is with Dota though, like I've played League and I was going into Dota with the same impression of, hey, it would be pretty much the same as League. It really wasn't.
No, it's not.
Yeah, I tried. playing
I've
once.
made a
It was not
huge
fun.
mistake.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not
I
really
mean, I
interested
really
in
want to play.
Dota.
I really want to play Dawn Gate and another one that just came up recently. I forgot what it is. It's in a humble bundle at the moment. I think it's called like
Right.
Spire or something. But those two
No.
look really, really cool. What's it called? I'm just finding it now.
Mafia,
really sick of, like,
Darkness.
Moses.
Strife, that's the one. Strife.
Ah.
Strife and Dawn Gate I want to play. They're the isometric down view, same as like Dota, etc. But they look like they play a lot better. And Dawn Gate is all about breaking the meta, which
Right.
is fantastic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's cool.
Do you want to move on
Yeah.
to the next subject then?
Yeah.
Probably
Yeah.
should.
So why
Yeah.
did you show me drowning?
Why did I show you
I'm
drowning?
gonna be addicted to this
because
now.
we were talking about really messed up games. Okay.
It is kind of
Yeah,
messed
round
up.
up.
Now,
How are you still
now
playing this?
I need to find. Yeah, I heard the clicking and I was like, oh, I bet Tom's playing it too. But yeah,
What is
now
it?
I need to find a lover. Because I'm still a teenager.
Oh,
that's
Drowning in
just fucking-
Problems.
Because
That was that
I'm.
other game
Drowning in
that was
Problems.
like,
Yep.
where you
Cameron
just
knows
you
what
start
it
off
is.
as like a little kid
Yeah,
and you
I
get
finished
you
that.
like put in all those
I
attributes
finished it
and
the
then
other night as well.
wait, maybe
Oh,
you guys
yeah.
can help me with this because I can't remember the name of it.
Drowning in
So you start off as like a child or whatever, and you place like your character somewhere in the world. Like
Yeah.
you can put him in like Beijing or whatever, and then I think you level him up and stuff, and you just take him through his entire life. I remember Reddit was really obsessed with it for like a week, like 3 years ago or so.
Oh, I don't know.
And it was just- it was good
What's
fun.
that? Never heard of it.
I
I can't
wanna
even remember
play
what
it.
it
Live
was
this
called.
guy's life. It's like Sims, but you're stuck to one person.
And you could put in like attributes, like you could have him like have full intelligence or like full charisma, and it was just so fucking
Level
stupid
10
because you'd always get
charisma.
like this guy, and he'd get like AIDS or something. Ooh. I've got to find it now.
Yeah, I heard the clicking
You
and I
do.
was like, I'm not the only one who's playing it. Yeah.
Oh, no, I'm
I need,
looking
I
at
need to
stuff.
find myself a new lover.
Oh dear lord.
Oh no, what
It's like a
They did.
flash game.
Yeah.
I put them in my basement, just like Amadeus.
Yeah.
I have found a better job at least like 30 times now. How many times do I want to get a job?
Hmm.
But, like, I wouldn't be finding a better job if I quit my job like every single day to find a better one.
No.
See, I think I just used the minimum amount of stuff to get through the game to see what it actually played like.
Oh,
I
yeah.
wasn't sure
Yeah.
if I don't know if there's different endings or if you like make things better and like try and play really nice and have like lots of friends and stuff.
What was yours? Yeah, I have like 60 friends.
I pretty much just died and no one remembered me.
Oh.
Yeah, same.
Okay.
Oh, I
so I don't know.
accidentally found myself a new lover. Oh well.
If it is the same,
Accidentally.
like no, if there is like no sort of variation to the ending, Notch is really messed up and really dark.
Yeah,
like no
you
matter
need-
how many friends, no matter how much knowledge, you will die and no one will remember you.
One's you need to make love, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
I'm being
Right.
forced
Need
to.
to do it.
Next
I have
Unavoidable.
to.
Next
It is
topic,
actually
getting away from
unavoidable.
Notch. Leave Leave the drowning in problems
I
alone.
I can't.
Next problem. I don't really care if this. Not.
Next problem?
Cameron
Yeah,
would
it is-
know
it is a
about this.
problem.
It actually
It is a
it is a
problem.
problem.
It's a problem. It's always been a problem. Cameron would know
Which
about this
one's
apparently.
this?
The one that this one here. The one
The
that I'm
Pokemon
highlighting.
one.
The one that I
Connect?
just.
Oh wait, oh
Yeah,
whoops.
Connect,
No,
that's
not
the
that
one.
one. Whoops.
Connect what?
I
Right.
don't know anything
Connect
about
for Windows V2 arrives in 3 days' time for $200.
Yes.
Right, so you can. It's like a. I've never heard of this before. You can connect the
How would-
Connect to your computer.
Yes. Okay, Colours. Apparently, Cameron doesn't know about this. Why the fuck did you say
Oh,
he
sorry,
did?
I thought we were doing Pokemon.
No.
Nobody
Pokemon-
cares about Connect, seriously.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think
Connect
that's
I
V2
guess
is
that's
coming
nuts.
to
cool.
Windows,
I mean-
and no one really gives a shit. It's going to be $200,
Well, you can.
and it's
Yeah,
pretty
it's
much
a bit
designed.
steep.
It's pretty much designed for game designers to make fucking motion sensor games on the PC. Who gives a shit?
Right, motion sensor. That's pretty cool.
But
I
like
can get
we
behind
have,
motion sensor
we
stuff.
have like
But
the
if
Oculus,
it's Kinect,
so
yeah.
the
We've got the
Oculus
Oculus.
is the hype. Is the hype at the moment. Like
Yeah.
motion sensing and that might come in later, but at the moment it's Oculus and whatnot.
Yeah. At the moment, the Kinect is the closest thing, and the Kinect isn't really that great.
Yeah.
No, it's
Does
not.
anyone else
Have you
really
guys-
just enjoy using like a controller rather
Yep.
than using this like
Yeah,
bullshit?
definitely.
Like,
Yeah,
really,
controller-
Just give me a
very-
controller. I don't
And
care.
controllers are generally they're not always foolproof, but they're more foolproof than friggin' Kinect. I remember I bought it when it first came out, which was a nice thing to test out and that, and I had fun with it when I did, but nowhere near worth as much as they're charging for it. Not at all.
No, definitely not.
Like,
For
you
the
know,
use that you'll get
I
out
can
of it.
understand like 100 tops, but anything over than that is a big no-no.
See, I just
Yeah,
want
no.
a hollow deck.
Yeah,
That's what
I
I
really want a hollow deck. I could seriously, and then just have a data jack, like in
Or,
my head,
or
and
a,
just go. Doop.
Or a hollow toilet. Hollow toilet sounds good as well.
Oh, of course.
I've been watching The Bravest Warriors recently. A friend of mine suggested it to me, and they
Oh,
have a hollow
it's so
toilet.
good. How have you not
I know.
like? You've only just
I've
recently
watched it all now. I've watched it all. I watched it all in a day.
It's so
the entire thing.
good. It is so
That's
good.
I have set up my follow announcement thing, and now anytime anyone follows me, my stream will now scream gas powered stick.
Oh, so good. Yeah, I have a backpack that says gas powered stick, and like a bunch of figurines and a T-shirt and everything. I'm obsessed with it.
So fucking good. It becomes so dark though at the end of season 2. I was like, what?
Yeah, it did
This
get
isn't so-
really like.
This isn't like all crazy and funny. It's being really dark. What's going on?
Yeah, it was like, oh, what the hell? Oh, what a fuck.
We're skipping Connect. Yay!
Yeah, well,
So,
we didn't
apparently-
really skip it. We did cover it.
Okay. Yeah, we kind of very fast covered it. Right. Cam apparently would know about this. I know about this because I just actually looked into it, and it kind of confused me why this has even made headlines. But okay. Okay.
Do you
Apparently
want me to take it?
Yep, you apparently know about it.
Yeah.
I
He
don't
knows about
really. I don't follow many
Pokemon.
tournaments. But the gist of it is that there was a big tournament recently. I'm not sure how recently, but someone in the tournament is accused of cheating, which isn't new because there is literally thousands of people that have been caught in the act before.
Okay, the reason this
Apparent.
one's so important is because it's a three-time world champion, if I remember correctly. Ray
Rizzo.
Yeah.
He's actually
Three-time
appeared
world
in
champion.
the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a three-time world champion. That's the reason it's so it's so sort of crazy in that. But the big thing is I've looked through the topic in that, and I don't see how it's cheating. Basically, what it is, one of his Pokemon was in a Dream Ball. That's it. That's it.
Okay.
But the Dream Ball was exclusive to the Dream World feature of the last generation
Yes.
of games
Yes.
that let you be able to send your Pokemon online for special items.
Yeah.
And the Pokemon he was using is exclusive to
X and Y. Yeah.
Pokemon X and Y, which
Yes.
Dream World isn't in. It
The-
closed down in January.
Yes,
So it shouldn't be possible.
The reason he explained it is basically he doesn't play the standard game. He pretty much just plays competitive. He gets a friend of his to train all of his stuff, like not train it, breed all of his stuff, Anyway, of course, what he explained is a friend of his, of course, bred his I forgot what the Pokemon it was now, but basically he made a friend of his that Aegislash, that's the one. A friend of his who bred his Aegislash obviously must have somehow had a hacked Aegislash, which was in a Dream Ball. When you breed Pokemon, sometimes the offspring will come in the Pokeball that the parent was in. So that's how the Pokemon is in a Dream Ball. The Dream Ball gives no advantage at all, and he said that he's not gonna use it ever again in any tournaments now that he knows this, because he openly admitted he doesn't play the standard game. He just plays for competitive, so he doesn't even know what a Dream Ball is.
Yeah.
Which is it's pretty crazy when you think about it.
I mean, three-time world champion doesn't play the normal game.
Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't actually affect anything, I don't think.
It doesn't.
But apparently because of that, that Pokemon shouldn't have been allowed to compete. But he didn't end up winning anyway.
Yeah, well, the thing is, he rightfully so, he does all the sort of checks and stuff that all the champions do, which is like go to like Nintendo's hack check, so they can see if Pokemon are checked for hacks and stuff. And this Pokemon came through clear. The only advantage this Pokemon had apparently was it was in a Dream Ball, which doesn't give it an advantage. Like the hacking machine didn't even pick it up.
It says here, the Dream Ball doesn't have effect on actual battles. It's just a quick animation that appears before the Pokemon is thrown into battle.
Yeah.
So if that's cheating, then
I find it funny because I've watched the footage and I've watched over the bit where he brought out his Aegislash and stuff, and even the commentators don't even sort of note on it when it happened. They just continued on as if nothing happened. Like, it's that minor of a thing, but for some reason it's exploded. It's like, what?
Yeah, so people are mad at him, and they don't think he should have done it.
Well, people always find something to complain about, so I'm not surprised that people complain
it's the
about
internet.
it. Yeah, exactly.
Definitely not.
Far out. Who cares?
People will be mad about everything.
True.
Pretty much.
It's a bit insane. Like, I looked into it and it gives him no benefit. So why do people go apeshit about this guy?
Yeah, it's weird.
I think it's pretty much purely because he's like effectively a celebrity in the world. It's like if any sort of celebrity or whatever in the public eye does anything bad, everyone goes apeshit, no matter how minor it is.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Like
if he was a no one or whatever in the Pokemon League or whatever, I'm pretty sure he'd just be noted down as another cheater.
Yeah. That's if you imagine it was like professional sport, and it's like they banned people from wearing a certain type of wristband before the game, a special type of socks before the game, and then he wore them or something, or it was like some technicality, like you're not allowed to wear anything that heats your body over a certain temperature. And he put these socks on and then took them off after 5 seconds. And I'm like, it might have, it did something.
That's basically what it is. It's not like he's using like performance enhancing drugs. It's not like, hey, that guy's there like taking like steroids and stuff. It's like, no, it's like, he wore the socks I don't like. Okay.
Check out his Dream Ball. Yeah. It makes his Pokemon look cooler than mine. Yeah. It's intimidating.
I mean, I've seen the animation. That animation is pretty badass. Although I wouldn't assign it to an Aegislash. It just doesn't. It looks like a fairy type, like Pokeball. You'd have to have fairy types in that ball. I mean, who would want something cool like a friggin' sword with a shield pop out of a big pink mist?
Yeah.
I like my Pokemon.
Yeah. Pokemon.
Pokemon's good. Very good.
Pokemans are good.
Yeah, Pokemans. Yeah, I'm not a really big Pokemon fan personally. I just find it so repetitive, and therefore I find it really boring.
It is.
I really like Pokemon.
So yeah, but like I like Pokemon, but I don't like playing the game. So yeah.
I think the whole Switch Plays Pokemon thing was really good for it, for like everybody started
Oh, yeah.
playing it for a month afterwards.
Yeah, that was cool, and the Pokemon hype went up way, way, way up.
Yeah,
So,
definitely.
Yeah.
Alright,
Oh.
do we want to move on to this next thing? Because the topic that I have no idea about, but apparently it's something. I'm pretty sure we discussed this actually, but okay.
I think
Colours wanted this
we
topic back?
said it briefly. I don't know. Actually, no, we did talk about it. Never mind. The topic was how Atari plans to bring itself back from the dead. So basically, they plan to come back. Yeah, we did talk about it. Come to think of it, never mind.
I was gonna say, we did. Right.
I
So
forgot to
on
cross
with
it
more,
off then.
on with more gaming news. For those of you that play Rust, you may know that Gary Newman, the creator, is recreating the game from the ground up, and every Friday has a dev blog indicating what he has done pretty much recently. And
I said thank God because I hated Rust.
yes, the game is being pretty much recreated from the ground up. You can actually play the experimental version, but I think you have to go into the properties, change it over to experimental beta, and then you can play it. And there's got dedicated servers that have the updates and stuff. And it's looking fucking awesome. It's looking a lot better than what it used to. Like, being able to make. I don't. He said he's kind of umming and ahhing whether or not it's going to stay in, but being able to place walls without putting a foundation down on the ground.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Colors would know.
I've never played it.
Yeah,
Well,
I think
basically,
I need to check it out because when I at the moment it feels like a waste of money for me because I didn't really like it. But I'll check it
the
out.
rebuild is making it look so much better. Anyway, what the foundations is basically like, imagine you're playing Minecraft, but before you created a building, like you want to create your house, you had to lay out a flat plane of cobblestone before that you made any buildings or placed any walls. That's basically what the foundations were in Rust.
Yeah.
It's a big square that took up a lot of wood, and you'd have to place that, and you couldn't move it once you placed it or destroy it. It'd just be there permanently. What they've implemented now is they're not sure if they're going to keep it or not, but the ability to place walls without placing the foundations. So you could make a place wherever. But they've also made a new things such as the foundations will react to the ground that you put them on. Because before as well, if you say, for example, you're up the side of a mountain and you move the sort of finder around enough, you could eventually place your foundation just sticking out the side of a mountain. And they've made it so that they've made it so that the foundations do react with the ground around them. So you place it on the side of a mountain, your building is going to be sideways. Which sounds pretty fucking cool, actually. I've got to admit.
Yeah. It does.
I would love to build a sideways building on the side of a mountain, just like a massive, tall skyscraper that's sideways. You climb in through the windows.
Sideways.
Yeah. You climb in through the windows to get in there. It'd be really, really stupid, structurally, but it sounds really fun.
But oh well, physics.
Is Rust worth getting?
I would say once these sort of... I would say it's worth getting, but they're rebuilding the game, and that's why it's worth getting. The rebuild, what they're doing, is going to be worth getting. I would play it at the moment how it is, but the problem is not many people seem to trust it anymore after... It's the same thing with every early access. People are just like, oh my god, this game's amazing, I'm going to play it all the time and every time, and then 80 hours later, they're just like, I'm bored of this.
Hold on!
Yeah. They played it for 80 hours.
This is an early access.
They played it for 80 hours straight, and they're just like, okay, now I played it for about 3 days, and I'm bored of the game, and I'm never going to return. Of course you're bored of the game. You played it for 80 hours straight. You can't.
In
you can't
3
say,
days? That's more hours than there is in 3 days.
Yeah,
I heard that it had a lot of problems with hacking.
But people are what?
Hacking?
Oh,
Yeah.
I heard that
it doesn't so much anymore because obviously they have official. The hacking problems are on public servers that people set up, but normally admins and stuff can block them and stuff. I've never actually had a hacker when I played Rust, and I played don't know how many hours, but I played a good few.
80.
Something like that. I don't know. But I don't. The reason people sort of went crazy and stuff was like, oh my god, this game's so amazing, I'm going to play it forever. But it's the same with every game ever. Unless, of course, it's your favorite game from your childhood that brings up so much nostalgia ever that you could not stop. realistically, if you play a game continuously for like a few days, you're going to get bored of it really, really fast because, especially being early access, there's not all the stuff implemented yet. You know, you burn yourself out on the game.
Definitely.
And that's pretty much what's happened with all my friends and stuff that have Rust. But they're rebuilding the game, and it's looking so much better after the rebuild. Looks so cool. But honestly, I would play it as it is. You know, it's quite fun.
Hopefully it does work wonders.
Yeah.
Hopefully it does work wonders.
The rebuild is looking fantastic, and it's changing up so much. They're making like a procedurally generated world and stuff, so, you know, they're making new regions, like a northern region, which is quite snowy. They're making caves in the game. They're making, like, they're pretty much making the game just improving it tenfold. Like, weapons will have, like, flashes and stuff. So, a big problem that used to be, that personally I used to have with Rust was, if, say, for example, you're walking out in the middle of the nowhere, blah, 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 I'm in the open, someone shoots at you, it had no sort of, like, flashes
Indicator.
and stuff. Yeah, so you're kind of just like, someone shot at me. What
Hide.
direction? What direction do I shoot back or find or go towards that person? And then you just have to
That's-
sort of look. And
Even though the whole like Call of Duty, you get shot and you get red jelly on your screen for a couple of minutes, a couple of seconds, I think it is a good way of like saying they're to your right when you see the right, because instinctively when you see the red on the right side, you can either turn there or run in the opposite direction and hide.
yeah. See, I think
Good
if I remember
system.
correctly, Rust doesn't have any sort of indication at the moment. So if you get shot, you're kind of like, okay, who shot me? And you just
Who
like,
shot ya?
Yeah, who shot me? No one apparently. But now they're adding things like muzzle flashes and stuff like that, and which will make a lot more. It'll make it a lot more strategic. So you can't just like sit on top of a mountain really far out of view, just shooting people with a rifle from miles away, which happened.
You could be
quite a
really,
lot.
you could be really trolly and just grab a rifle and like shoot someone in the foot and then hide, and they watch them run around like, oh god, where are they? What's happening?
Pretty much. That's when I used to play. Like that used to happen a lot. You would get people that would like set up a base or whatever, and they would shoot you, and the only thing that you would sort of see nearby that you'd think, hey, that person must be in that building there because it's a big tower with like loads of windows. You break into that building, there's no one actually in there, and apparently they're on a mountain a couple of meters away. It's really irritating, that game.
It's
was,
really trolly.
at certain respects.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess
Because-
it's a little
yeah.
bit like DayZ. DayZ's a bit like that. Like you just get shot, you're like, all right,
But
well, I'm gonna go do something else now.
it does have I think the community in Rust is a bit nicer. You do find a lot more people that are like genuinely, I'm friendly, I'm not going to shoot you, sort of thing. And you do build
I'm a
up this
giant prick in
community.
DayZ.
Ah, fair enough.
I work too hard to get like all this shit. And I'm just like, well, I could
Trust
like
no
run
one.
around and be like, I could be like, hey man, friendly, you know what's going on. But I tried that when I first started playing. I met one guy from New Zealand who was quite nice, and then a lot of dickheads who were like, oh yeah, I'm friendly, and then they'd shoot me in the back of the head. So I just started doing that, and I was like, oh, this is much more fun. Like, I think I've got a story. One time my brother and I were playing, and we were just like running around. We just started playing. We're like, oh yeah, this is pretty good. And I think he lost blood because he got attacked by a zombie. And we saw this guy, and he's like, hey guys, friendly. We're like, oh yeah, friendly. And then he's just like, what do you guys do? We're like, oh, we're looking for this, I think it was a blood bag or something. And he's like, oh yeah, well, I'll go check around and see what I can find. I'm like, thanks, man. So we like leave him. And then meanwhile, I was just like to my brother, if we see that guy again, shoot him in the back of the head. I didn't like the looks of him.
Yeah.
And he comes running
Tom's
down
a
the middle of like
douche.
this street. And he's just like running down. I'm just like, Peter, he's coming to kill us. You know that, right? And then he's just like,
End him.
and he's just like, are you sure? Are you sure? I'm like, shoot him, shoot him, shoot him. And he just like shoots him with like this fucking gun. He's just like, and he falls to the ground.
Everything
and we run
goes in
over, and
slow
he had
motion.
like the blood bag. He had the blood bag on him, and he was just coming to give it to us. I was like, oh,
Hey guys, I got the blood bag.
Yeah, he's just, like,
Hey
running down the
guys,
street,
I
he's
got
like-
what you needed. Shoot him, shoot him.
he's like, hey,
no.
I found one. Here you go, guys.
Fill him with
Oh.
bullets.
And I'm just like, shoot him, shoot him, shoot him. He was just trying to have a nice day in DayZ, and he got shot in the chest running down the street, trying to be helpful. Yeah, DayZ's pretty good fun.
And then a villain was born, and now he just goes around shooting anyone that comes past.
Yeah.
I was wronged
Well,
once. I
Because
regret
that's,
that.
that's the thing, right? I don't
I
mean to
won't
go on
make
like a
that
tangent what's
mistake
wrong with
again.
DayZ, but after you got all this good gear, what do you do with it? Like, you can run around and just like kind
Nothing.
of survive, but no one wants to do that. Like, so you're kind of forced to just go around shooting people. So yeah, that's kind of the problem with it. Like, there's no like end game. It's not like, oh, you get all this gear and then you can do this. Like, you can't go and like kill really big monsters. It's like, oh yeah, then you can survive.
Yeah.
Like, you have a chance of surviving against other people. It's like, oh
True.
Yeah.
yeah.
I've never played it. I did try and play it a while ago on a like really crappy laptop on Arma 2 when it was still a mod, and I had like the demo version of Arma 2, and it was not a good time.
Yeah. Anywho.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I finished playing Drowning in Problems, and yeah, no matter what you do, you are forgotten.
Fuck's sake, Notch.
I was like, what
Notch,
the
you were
hell,
dark.
Notch? What are you doing?
Yeah. Sweden must be a really dark place. Like, I don't know what happens to their kids when they're growing up, but fucking hell, that messed him up.
Yeah, I know, right? It's like your PewDiePie, and he's
just
like,
sits there
yeah,
and
everything
cries.
is lovely, and then Notch is like, death.
Yeah.
And then
Not
everyone's
just like,
forgotten.
I make
You'll
games
be
about
forgotten.
horses with balls, and also about making love
And
at babies. It's like really strange.
You will be forgotten. And it's like, oh.
Not just,
Far out.
loves you.
not just fucking strange.
Yeah. You must make love now.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh.
To progress, you have to have loved and lost many
Kinda.
times.
Okay, so apparently I'm a teenager until I've made love.
Yep.
Okay.
God damn it! I really want to
That's-
know the name of that game now. Like,
Drowning.
so bad.
Drowning in problems.
No, not that one. It was another one.
No, not that messed
Mate.
up piece of crap.
No,
not gonna tell
it's
you.
seriously really fucking funny. It'll probably be like the same thing. But
I had a,
you could like go anywhere. You could like place yourself in like, I don't know, England or whatever, and then it's like based on that. Like, you might, if you like put yourself in parts of India, you get like water poisoning. It's like really fucking brutal. I don't know what it's
Far
called.
out.
And it's
I remember playing
It's
a
frustrating.
game as a kid that I can't remember what it's called. I found out one of them the other day. It was Smash TV. But I remember another one, which I think it's for the Sega, where like you were like a person in a trench coat and you had to take over other people and stuff. And then like after you've met the quota, you like leave in a black car. That's pretty much all I can remember from the game. And of course, no one can understand what this game was from that sort of like description. I'm just there like, I've looked up everywhere and it doesn't. There's not a name that rings my mind. It's like, what was this game? Did I dream of it? What is it? Because I
There
distinctly
needs
remember.
to be.
Hmm?
There needs to be like a subreddit dedicated to stuff where you're like, all right, I remember this game and this happened in it, and then all the internet wizards are like, it was called this.
Yeah,
pretty
but,
sure
like,
they already have that.
probably it is Reddit.
Or
Probably,
they,
knowing
people just
Reddit.
do it on r/gaming anyway. It doesn't get updated
Yeah.
there, mainly because if they don't find it, then they're like, oh, well, you found it. You didn't find it. I don't know what it is.
Didn't find it. What the hell is this game? Oh, Reddit doesn't know
people
what
like-
it is. Okay.
Wow, that sounds really interesting. I'm glad you posted the results, douche.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Well.
Right. So we want to move on.
I hate it when
away.
people like have like a hardware problem or like a software problem, and you're looking up like how to fix it, and they post like, "Oh, don't worry, I fixed it. Thanks for all the help."
And
Like,
then-
they don't post a solution. They just like say
Oh,
that they
yeah.
fixed it. It's like no,
You douche.
and they just like leave. It's like, you fucking prick. And they just say what you did.
Mm.
So
I'm actually having a problem as we speak with Bioshock from the Humble Bundle. I just get like a loading error that it seems to be that even though this game is like 5 years old, a bunch of people have had the problem, but nobody can efficiently solve it.
What is
The
this?
worst.
Oh, that's annoying.
What's the
It
problem
is.
then?
Could not load application.
Fart noises.
Yeah, I actually just deleted it off of my laptop to reinstall it, So hopefully that fixes it, but I couldn't find a solution. It was like OXO3 could not load application or application load error. So yeah, that's fun. Not really.
That's a shame.
It is. So what have we got up next for topics?
Do we want to move on to the Kickstarter junk that I found?
Sure.
I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's do that.
Right. Well, the first
This is
thing.
amazing.
This will make you give up hope, give up faith in humanity. That someone is
I think it's
kickstarting
awesome.
potato salad.
And they got funded.
it's awesome.
We have encountered unicorns
They got,
in the
well,
Amazon.
of course they got one, and they
Madness out
put
there.
their
I'm
goal
going
at
to the
$10
Amazon,
fucking
Like the website.
From the
Well, now
creators
they've
of Ice
reached
Age.
47,000.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
the updates were the updates he made were at $35. He will make 4 times as much potato salad. At $75, he'll have a pizza party, and at $100, he'll try 2 different potato salad recipes, and
More stretch goals
then
went up.
his stretch goals turned into like
$250.
he'll call a chef to get a better recipe for
I love the
$300.
$250 one. $250 better
Yeah.
mayonnaise from the natural food selection. $250.
Yeah.
And then the more stretch goals, $1,000. He'll do a live stream of the potato salad making, and then at $3,000, his stretch goal was his kitchen is too small. He'll rent out a party hall, and invite the whole internet to the potato party salad. And yeah, they got funded like $50,000.
Yeah. I love that $10
With
or
5,000
more.
backers.
$10 or more, and you will be allowed in the kitchen when he's making it. Now, it's currently sitting at 365 backers, so he's going to have 365
They've all-
people in the kitchen while he's making things.
Yeah. What? 365? It's got
300. 5,858.
5,858.
What are you on about?
The backers. How many backers it's got?
No, I'm talking about
Oh,
how many people
right.
paid $10. Oh, no. Only $10
and
and
there's
above will
more.
be allowed in the kitchen. No,
Yeah.
$10 and above. So, right, that's
So
370.
That's like almost
fine.
1,000 people.
600. Yeah,
yeah.
there's over 1,000 people.
Yeah, he's going to have
Well
over
over
1,000
He's gonna need
people
like
in
a
the
small
kitchen.
stadium.
But I'm sure not all of those.
Potatoes.
I'm sure not all of those people are going to be watching him make the. Actually, never mind.
Well,
No.
I'm pretty sure.
I was
and
going to
the
say not
risks- the
everyone
risks
will watch
and
him, but I'm like,
challenges-
wait. It might not
Everyone
be
will.
that good. It's my first
I want
potato
my
salad.
$10 worth.
It's so
Yeah,
good
The
though.
risks and challenges. It's the best.
It's just so funny. I kind of want to back it. If I had like this extra money, I would back it. Just cause it's funny.
I know it's funny, and I just find it very annoying that people do it for like a joke, and it's like, oh look, I'm being so ironic, I'm backing potato salad, but
Then it
there's
gets-
there's a point where it gets out of hand. 47,000 is stupid, fucking ridiculous. There's so much more you could do with that money
He's
in the
in-
world.
He's in Columbus,
Yeah,
and his name is Zach Danger Brown. Just for those who are interested. So yeah,
but
People will buy anything.
That's pretty awesome.
Seriously.
yeah, but
At this
it's.
point, people will buy anything.
It's just so goddamn ridiculous that people back £47,000 for that. But there's like so many other legit things that are on Kickstarter that are like, some genuinely good games, charity
Yeah.
fundraisers, things like that. And 47,000. There's poverty in the world. 47,000 for a fucking kick.
now there's potato salad in the world.
Yeah, now this solves world hunger. Ow.
It's just unrealistic. And then
What is he gonna do with all that potato salad?
he'll probably be there for days if it keeps going on.
He's gonna be
Right,
eating it for
um,
the rest of his
it's-
life.
Pretty much.
Maybe we'll have to hire like a team.
What are we
of
having for dinner,
people to make
Dad? Potato salad. You already know that.
Yeah. What are
Yeah,
you having for
pretty
dinner,
much.
Dad? Potato salad. But that potato salad's 35 years old. I made it 35 years ago, and I promised to eat it all. It's like a delivery truck full of potato salad.
It was on the Kickstarter.
I can just imagine, like, he's got like refrigerated trucks in his like yard, just like full of potato salad. On his
Yeah.
deathbed, he's like, brings over his children. Like, children, come closer. Eat the
I give
potato
you-
salad.
2% of the potato salad and my estate
Finish
that I
it.
made from creating potato salads.
You will now live in a house made of potato salad. Just remember, if you don't finish it when you die, make sure to have children and pass this task on to them.
Far out.
Potato salad for all.
Oh yeah.
I've never had a potato salad. I'm after seeing that, I'm
Me
really
neither.
fucking tempted by it. But you know. But yes, onwards to a better topic, a nicer topic that made this actually restored my humanity in the fucking world.
A better Kickstarter or Indiegogo campaign.
It's Indiegogo.
Yeah.
Indiegogo.
Yes, YouTube personality, whatever you'd want to call people that do stuff on YouTube, Emma Blackery is shaving her head to raise money for 5 different charities. Originally, 5 different charities. Like one of them's Great Ormond Street Hospital, Macmillan Cancer Support, Save the Children, Teenage Cancer Trust, and St Luke's Hospice. Now, originally she said if she reached £5,000, she would shave her head before a big live event thing and just go to the live event vault. If she reached 10,000, she would shave her head at said live event. Now, in 4 hours, she reached £14,000. £14,000.
Ooh.
4 hours.
Yeah, which
And it
is
says 28 days
like
left on it. Yeah.
it's roughly $25,000, like Australian anyway. So
Like,
yes.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, this
Sort of.
restores my faith in humanity so much. The fact that that did that in 4 hours. So if it keeps on with that sort of train of like generous appreciation by people and donations, 4 hours, 14,000. By the end of it, that's going to be a fucking lot of money to charity.
You gotta think there's a lot of douchebags who are just like, oh man, it'd be so funny to see her shave her head, you know? Like, that,
Yeah, but that's
reckon
why you
that
do
Well,
it.
she
some
was
No,
gonna.
some people are going, oh yeah, she'll donate it to charity, it's all worth it. But there's a lot of people who go, oh, it'll be funny to see her go bald. That'll be funny, you know?
But-
like,
The thing is,
She
she doesn't
would've-
really give a shit.
Yeah, she probably.
yeah,
she,
but as
like,
far as restoring my faith in humanity, I wouldn't go that far. As just for someone donating money to someone for someone to shave their head.
Well, it
I
restores
don't
faith in
think it
humanity
really
in the fact that it
hurt,
got funding so fast.
I don't think it really matters.
has she already
anyway.
done it?
Like
If
whether people, like even if
it's
people
like a
are like, oh
straight
yeah,
edge.
she should shave her head raw. I don't think it matters. The money's still going to charity. It's still benefiting people. I don't. People's reasons
No,
for
but whatever the
donating
intent-
doesn't
like,
really
Whatever
matter.
the intent was, yeah, that
It
it's
does,
having a
because he's
positive
saying that it's
effect.
restoring your faith. Like,
It's-
if you
yeah.
say, oh, it's restored my faith
No,
in
no.
humanity, it's because people have done it for a good reason. Like, it doesn't matter if it gets funded. Like, it could have, like, if the fundraiser for potato salad was just, like, ironic, but he said, oh, yeah, then I'm going to put it all to charity, that's not really restoring my faith in humanity, because they're just donating it to potato salad, even though it went to charity, you know? Like, it's good that it's going to
I
charity.
don't think.
But
I don't
wouldn't
think
go that
Alex
far to
meant
say.
the fact that people donated to it. I think he meant the fact that somebody said, "I'll shave my head for charity,"
No,
It was
and then
like
it
a-
blew up so quick.
yeah, it was more or less
It was
the
a
reason that
decent
it restored my
cause.
faith in humanity is the fact that, like, the potato salad thing didn't take that was 4 hours, £14,000. That's a
I see
fucking lot.
what you're getting.
Four
Yeah.
hours to raise
Apologies.
£14,000, and it's got like 28 days left on it. Like, the amount of money that could be raised at that sort of pace is insane, and they're really, really, really good causes. Like Great Alderman Street Hospital, I was going to be doing a thing for them a while ago. Never ended up going through because organising things like that are fucking hard. Because I was making a charity event thing.
Yeah.
But no,
He-
it isn't purely the fact that she's shaving her head. Oh my god, that restore faith in humanity. It's more the fact that, you know, although there is idiots in the world who will support a potato salad, there is enough people in the world that will go, look, charity, $14,000, 4 hours, done.
Yeah.
But even if people are just doing it to be douchebags, I don't think there's many people in the world which are douchey enough to actively spend their money to make somebody shave their head just to go like, oh, she shaved her head.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
reckon there are a whole lot
I understand
of
that.
people who do
I
that.
understand there's people that would
Like,
get a
whole
kick
fucked
out
up.
of her doing it, but to pay for it,
Yeah.
mm,
I don't know.
eh.
No, that wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, it
wouldn't
honestly
surprise
wouldn't
me at
surprise
all.
me that much if people were just like, hey, look, I'm going to do it, so she has to shave her head. But the fact that, like, also she made a video before, like, when she started this Kickstarter, she made a video basically the same day, which said, like, this is sort of something that she had lots of her fans and stuff saying, please don't do it, sort of thing. Your hair is lovely, don't shave off your head. And she was just
Yeah.
pretty much just like
Never coming
adamant.
back.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell?
Yeah, she was adamant that no, no, I'm not gonna listen to you. I'm gonna shave my head no matter what, sort of thing.
Yeah.
You know. I don't know. I can imagine there's some people in the world that would like, I'm gonna go shave my head, and then like loads of people like, no, don't do it. You have lovely hair, and then people would just be like, okay, fair enough. I'm gonna do that.
Yeah.
I'll do something else.
Yeah, you like my hair?
Yeah, it's like okay, I'll
showed
do
me
something
attention,
else.
sure.
I'll just do something
Some
else. for
guy in a
charity.
video said what better way? I guess he's referring to the video, and then he said make a porn. It's like that's
Oh.
gross. And he's got like
Ah.
3 upvotes or whatever they are. He's got actually apart from her, he's got the most upvotes on the page, except for this other guy. That's funny.
But I
He's
guess it's
"You know
like
what you should do
every
instead
That is
make a
funny.
porn.
yeah, every time there's a chick, they
So yeah,
always say that.
there are a lot of douchebags.
Yeah, there are, but
There's always that person though. That's
Live
the
and let
thing.
die.
yeah. There's always that
Always that
one person who
person.
has to
Yeah.
be. Oh my god, I'm so controversial.
Yeah.
In every it's
much.
YouTube. Everyone, there's always that one person who has to be the first person to be controversial on every video.
Yeah, like there's
That's like-
always.
I saw a
Controversial as
post
much as
on,
it's just being a complete fucking asshole. Like really.
Yeah.
So there was a post on Reddit the other day from this. It was like a Facebook post of this mother posting on something, and she was like, "Does anybody know a good barber in the local area that won't make me vaccinate my kids?" And it was like, "That's not even. That's
What?
just looking for a fight. That's not even." It's like, stupid people are gonna be stupid.
A good
matter
barber that will. What?
That won't make me vaccinate because she wanted to fight with someone about like the whole vaccination thing.
It's so dumb.
But a barber.
Barber,
that would-
yeah.
yeah.
She,
I'm not sure
obviously,
if it
she
was
had
a
a fight with
barber,
her
but it
barber
was
about
something
vaccination,
stupid like
and
that.
she's like, "Oh, does anyone know a good barber who won't fight with me about this?" So she's looking for a new barber because her old barber said something about vaccinations,
Barber.
and everyone's just like, "Oh, well, you're obviously looking for a fight with people on Facebook then."
Now we're
Yeah, why
talking
would you
about
post
cheap
it on Facebook?
barbers.
Originally, when you said that, I was thinking that the barber was trying to vaccinate her children. That's what came across
Yeah,
first, and I was just like,
Same.
that's
Yeah.
messed up. What?
That's what. Well, as in like you're saying, oh, you should get them vaccinated or something, or the fact that I took it as like it didn't even happen, and she was just like trying to get someone to go, why don't you just vaccinate your kids? So she can be like, oh, no.
Yeah,
Not
a
happening.
lot of people do that.
Yeah,
Actually,
it's
people
like-
are pretty fucking stupid. There's lots of those
Yeah.
people on Facebook who just like post vague statuses. Like I stopped going on Facebook ages ago. They're just like,
Feeling really down.
they'll just say
What's
something
wrong,
like,
babe?
yeah, exactly. They'll just say, worst day of my life today. And people are like, oh my god, what's wrong? Just like, oh, my dog died. And everyone will be like, oh, it's like, man, fuck that.
No, it's the what's wrong. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Then why would you-
yeah.
What's wrong? I don't want to talk about it.
Don't want to talk about
Hey,
Why did
buddy.
you start talking about it?
Yeah, I know,
It's like,
right?
my god, you people.
Please
Nah,
care
there's a
about
lot of
me.
stupid-
I don't want to talk about it.
It's funny though, like how much that is like slowed down since like I was in year 7. Like back then, everyone was doing it, and now like nobody does except for like one person. It's like wow,
I think
she's still
that's
got
more
the brain
so-
of a 7-year-old.
I think that's more so because the age bracket of your friends is like escalated.
Yeah,
Because
that's what I
being
meant.
my age, I'm 2 years younger than Tom. For those who don't know, I'm still 15. You still get a lot of people, like, I stopped using Facebook ages ago, but you still get a lot of people that are like, had the worst day ever and stuff like that. Think I'm just gonna end it all. What's wrong, babe? Don't worry. It's okay.
I love that attention. I don't need anything more apart from that attention.
Yeah.
But
You replied.
once you get a bit older, like people just like stop posting. There'll still be those few stragglers who just want the attention, and they just keep on posting. You're like, yeah, you really don't have anything better to do, don't you?
Yeah, no.
Still on Facebook.
Fucking, it's the worst, the absolute worst.
It is.
So, do we have any other topics?
We do. Cameron's added a few.
I've added
to say
a
the
bunch.
A
least.
few.
Why did you add so many?
Yeah,
was
it's
just
like
like
it's
for-
like
for
almost
next
the
week
end
and
of the
stuff.
podcast.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, today, far out. We've been recording for like an
Right.
hour and a
No,
half.
no.
I think this whole
think
less topics, more discussion is better.
A better idea, yes.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
I think we'll skip those for today and we'll go on to personal discussion because that's
Uh,
fun.
Go-
And
Yeah.
yes. So, Colours, what have you been doing this week?
Oh yeah, the topics basically. What are you doing, or what are you planning? Wait,
Oh,
are we
just
gonna
what-
do? What are you planning?
What?
Just
Are you
discuss. I'm
doing?
just saying, Colours, what have you been doing this week? Jesus.
Um,
How's the channel been going? What have you
sorry,
been playing?
I
Things
just-
like that.
I just have
Jesus.
to complicate things.
Yes,
I
you
do
do.
every time. We
You have to just
you know.
dissect the question. It covers a lot of
Every
things.
Tim, Colours.
Yeah.
Every Tim.
I
every
cried
damn
every
Tim.
I cried.
I think you really do cry every time I do stuff like
I
that.
do. I do cry every Tim.
Anywho, I haven't been really doing anything. I've just been playing games. Oh, I've been playing Divinity Original Sin. Pretty good game. I am enjoying it thus far.
There we go. What is Divinity Original Sin?
It's a video
Original Sin
game.
Divinity.
The fuck? You're a fucking awkward person, aren't you? Yeah. Wow, it's a video game. I know that. I don't know what the fuck it's about.
Mind
It's basically
blown.
it's a. Why did I have to go first? I
Because you're
have
the first
stage
person I saw when I
fright.
looked at the Skype.
Dang it. Anywho, yeah, it's basically a turn-based, or it's a game with turn-based combat, and you go around and you do quests and stuff. It's kind of like Baldur's Gate, as people say. I've never played it, so I wouldn't know. But yeah, it's kind of like similar to the classic RPGs and stuff, so it's kind of
right.
gone back a little bit in the style, but yeah, the game looks good and it plays really well, and the writing's pretty good as well, so I have no complaints so far, except that it's really hard, but that's the point.
Yeah.
Did you turn the difficulty up by chance, or does it matter?
I turned it down because I
Oh.
couldn't get past this bit,
Jeez.
and it was still extremely hard, so
Oh, jeez, it's one of those games then.
yeah, it's a good game though. It's like with Dark Souls, so it just doesn't get any easier no matter what you do.
Dark Souls can get quite easy once you played it through a couple of times.
Yeah, but
Once
I
you've
need
got to
I
Alex
need
level.
to grind my level up, which I haven't done. I'm
Once
still
you got
kind
to
of
my level, and can get halfway through the game without dying.
He says as he flexes.
Yeah, he's like
I
doing
lift,
some
I
dumbbell
lift, you know?
curls now.
Yep. I lift.
Yeah. Do you
I
even
when I play
lift?
my Dark
Yes,
Souls.
I do.
lift when I play Dark Souls. Yeah, I lift my Dark Souls.
Oh.
So,
You got
Tom.
your copy of Dark Souls just lifting me in the air.
yep, I lift the digital copy up and down. So, Tom, what have you been up to this week?
Oh, sorry. I was zoning
Oh,
out.
for God's sake!
He was
No,
busy
sorry, I'm
lifting
really-
as well.
I'm tired. I'm sorry.
You need to take
not
Ritalin,
much
both of
actually.
you. You guys need to start
maybe.
concentrating.
I was playing some World of Warcraft this week, MMO. I don't know. I was kind of getting back into it. I don't know. I do that on the holidays because I don't really have anything else to do, and it's really good fun. So I did that for a while. I also released a video which got 1,000 views, so I was pretty stoked about that.
Whoa.
Yeah,
that was awesome.
We were
Thank
talking
you.
about that. That was an awesome
I
video.
didn't realize everyone
you,
watched
Tom.
it.
Thank you.
Oh my god, I'm so
I-
embarrassed. Oh.
I watched it and I was thoroughly entertained, so I passed it on to the others.
Yes.
Ah,
I
today.
watched
Nah.
it because
Yeah.
Cameron passed it to me, and I like Metal Gear.
I spent
And
like
I
the
was not
last
disappointed, actually.
I spent like the last 2 weeks like writing it out and then doing it all. So I was pretty happy about that. I don't mean to talk about myself too much, even though this is.
Oh,
like,
this is
what
about
been
you.
doing.
Yes, yes,
But,
yes.
yeah.
This is all about Tom.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This is
this is
personal
actually
discussion is now called Tom.
Yeah, I guess. But no,
Yeah.
it's been doing really well. It's getting like 100 views a day, and not that I only care about views, but views are nice.
You've
I like
got
getting
Yeah.
to
views.
grow as a channel, else you might as well
Yeah.
just not be a channel.
So yeah,
He
I'm thinking
also
about
cares
other
about
stuff to be
likes
doing.
and subscribes
Uh,
and nice comments. And
people
strokes his
disliked
ego.
my stuff. They were just like, oh, thumbs down. I'm like, oh no. But yeah, no. What else have I been
What
doing?
was
Oh,
that?
I've been
That was
playing
like a
some
meow.
StarCraft 2.
Oh, meow.
Meow.
Nah, I've been playing StarCraft 2. I was watching like a finals match because I don't know, it's interesting to watch because it's like pretty big esport now, or it has been for a while. And there was like this French guy, and he was like casting with this other guy, and they were like playing as like these. Well, you guys probably know what Zerglings are. They were just like these little like fighters, and they were like running through this guy's base, and they were midway in a discussion, and then the French guy just yelled at, "Oh no, ces Zerglings, they are in!" And he just like you just see all like these like a trail of Zerglings run past this guy's like buildings and just start killing everything. And he's like, that is the third time that has happened. I was like, oh man, this is grouse.
It's Oglings.
This is Zerglings. No, but StarCraft
France's
is really good
biggest-
fun. So I've been playing
France's
a fair bit of
biggest
that.
enemy, Zerglings.
This is Zerglings. But what else? That's pretty much it, really.
Any new
Kind of haven't been
releases
playing a lot.
You've been playing?
Any new releases?
You've been playing any new releases or anything?
No.
Just old games? Just old World of Warcraft?
World of Warcraft is good, but I don't know. Like, the new expansion looks really cool.
I'm tempted to check it
I
out.
don't-
It's got a free sort of month or something.
If
It's
you
free
do,
till you're
tell
level
me,
20,
because
I think.
if you do, tell me, because then we can like level up faster. But at this point, like, it's the first like 50 levels are kind of like, well, they're like really old. Like, they're still fun, but it's kind of grindy. Like, if you don't like really like kind of old style MMOs like Rift, then you won't like it. Or like Elder Scrolls. I'd say it's probably a bit better than Elder Scrolls, but nah, it's once you start playing and getting into it, you'll enjoy it. Like, it's really good fun. I think I played a little bit of Mountain Blade Warband. That game is dope. That's got a free weekend. I found out. Yeah, I think I already said that it was
Well,
cheap,
it
that it was like $5.
It'll be over. It'll be over this weekend. Saturday today.
I'm already detecting a few.
I might install that.
Everyone should play it. Everybody.
Yeah.
I don't care who you are. You gotta play it. You gotta thoroughly play it for 5 hours.
Even the
and then you'll be
babies.
Like, best.
The layer is
the
up
best.
ahead,
The
under
best.
that colony
Even
ship,
the babies.
But nah,
just on the other side of
I really hope
all
that they
those
release.
devils.
They have like this DLC called like I think it's Napoleonic Wars. I think that's how you meant to pronounce it. But it's pretty much just in the age of Napoleon, and I want them to release like a single player for it because it's
Okay,
only
the Skywatch is
multiplayer.
just on the
which
other
is-
side of the
it's still
steps.
fun, but I don't know.
I thought that had
And it's
multiplayer from
surrounded by
Napoleonic
fallen.
Wars.
No,
Well,
it does, but I want
I'm ready
single
if you
player.
are.
And there's like a mod
You
in
know, this place
development
must
for
have
it.
been amazing before
But
they
yeah,
collapsed.
I don't know. It'll be fun.
Thousands of huge
But yeah, so all
colony
good
ships.
stuff. I do enjoy
Off to
playing
build
video
cities
games, and it's
beyond.
been holidays, so I've been playing a
And
fair
now
bit.
the fallen.
That is good.
Just
Oh yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Like, I just like kind of shift around from game to game. Like, I just start playing one thing, and I go, oh yeah, I want to go play this.
Yeah.
But yeah, I also played a little bit of Metal Gear Solid, like every single game, gathering footage for the video. But yeah, that's what I've been playing. Sorry, that took way too long.
It's supposed to. It's supposed to. It's supposed to be a bit
Yeah.
more. It's supposed to be a bit more, in depth and good and talkative.
Has-
Like unlike colours there. I think
Ah.
colours you can go
What?
last next week. There you go.
Wait,
Yeah.
Go
what?
last so you can prepare yourself. Oh, you
Prepare
and you're trying to
oh,
describe
right.
yourself. You can go last week, next week. So that's okay. Cameron, what have you been up to? Welcome back to the podcast. Someone who
yeah.
hasn't attended in a while.
Yeah,
Been
sorry
2
about that.
weeks.
I
We
almost
missed you,
missed
baby.
out on this week too. That would have been bad.
What was up with that? Actually, that might be a personal matter.
Oh no, it was just
Lazy.
No, I was out and I was trying to get home as quick as I could, and I just missed the mark. We've been on school holidays for the past 2 weeks, as you guys know, and I don't know. I've been working. I've got my first part-time job ever.
Oh my God.
And-
Oh my God.
If I-
Is that ever
at
EVA or EVER?
EVIER.
Ah.
Oh,
EVIER.
EVR.
That sounds like a Swedish water bottling plant. Evian.
Actually,
It's like
does.
it's a rip off of Evian.
Ivanechiwa.
Oh, for God's sake, no.
Okay.
No
Yeah, so I've
subliminal
been doing
messaging on the podcast.
that.
But
had,
that is a paid advertisement.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
getting
because
paid
the
big
Simpsons
bucks.
need it.
Yes.
Yes,
I
that was
applied
for the
for a job.
Simpsons.
I applied for a job at a place that makes TV shows about video games, which is pretty
Wow.
awesome. Yeah,
It's pretty
and
awesome.
it's
which
like
one?
local and epic.
Which one?
It's called Worldwide Gaming, the TV show.
I don't know.
It's Melbourne.
Can you only get
thought
it
I
in
would.
Australia? Because I've never heard of this place. If
Sorry?
so, can you get it outside of Australia? This TV show? Because I've
No,
never heard of this.
No.
Why
It's
call
only
it Worldwide
So
Gaming?
sorry. Oh,
I
right.
don't. They're trying to be worldwide.
Worldwide Gaming,
I've been trying to
only in
play
Australia.
games. I haven't actually been playing that much games. I've been catching up on YouTube watching. I brought the Humble Bundle, so I've been trying to play them. But yeah, I talked about my issues with that.
Yeah.
And yeah, I've been working a lot and sleeping a lot because that's fun. I only just discovered how to sleep for long hours, and I gotta say I quite like it.
I need to learn to do that actually.
How did you just discover that?
Really tired.
This morning
I don't know.
I woke up, yeah. It was like 8 o'clock, and I was having this really cool dream. So I was like, "Nah, I'm going back in, like Inception." I had to go back in there. I had to figure out what was happening with that.
The
So, I
story
put it
isn't
on
done
snooze.
yet.
I put it on snooze like for 20 minutes. I'm like, all right, yeah, I'll go back to sleep. And then like each time there was like a different dream that was really cool. So like I went for like 6 consecutive like 20-minute marks, just like sleeping again, going into these different dreams. Anyway, one of them I was in like my mate's car, and we like drove down like a ramp into the ocean, and then we just like started fishing in his like 4-wheel drive. And I didn't even question it. I was like, oh yeah, we're going fishing. And then there was like the water
Why not?
police for some reason. They just came around the corner, and he's just like, "Oh shit, bro, hit the gas!" So he just like
We've got an illegal
accelerates, and we
vehicle
just
in
like
the water.
drive away, like on top of the water. It was really fucking stupid, but dreams, they were mega, they were hilarious. All right, they were the best dreams ever.
Weren't you talking about being clairvoyant? Maybe you're gonna go fishing with your friend, and he's gonna
Oh,
drive his
no.
forward drive into the water.
I haven't been clairvoyant for a while.
Yeah,
The water
I haven't been
police will
clairvoyant
arrest
in a
you.
while. What?
Yeah, well,
It's
it went away for a bit.
It's been like a month. I want
comes
some
and
more
goes.
dreams that predict the future, but I've only had that one where I was like, he's gonna drop that class, and he did.
Elevator studies.
And he
And then
didn't do
and then
elevator
he took
studies,
up
though.
elevator studies.
Yeah.
As you do.
Yeah. Yeah,
Well, I mean,
definitely.
elevator studies is the best thing ever.
Yeah, definitely.
So what's been up with you, Alex? What's been
Um,
going
Yeah,
on?
what have you been doing?
I've been streaming. I've been having issues with Ubisoft, as I spoke about earlier. Trials Fusion will not run on my computer, although I can run it, because they didn't support my GPU, which is very fucking irritating. Let's see, we've recently completed the Trine 2 playthrough, but then I went to edit
Yeah.
that, and my E drive completely destroyed the footage, which is very irritating. Edited through 8 parts, and then I went to my E drive, which is currently my drive, which has like bits and parts of Windows Vista left on it, which for some reason it won't uninstall, which is kind of semi-corrupted the drive. That's the drive that I record to, but I only keep stuff on there for very short periods of time. But we were doing so much trying, I couldn't get around to editing it. Let's see, been streaming a lot. Haven't took a break from that recently because I had a few things to do real life. I'm playing Project Zomboid, very very good game. Recently had its
yeah.
multiplayer.
We should
Turns
play
out
it.
I'm really 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 bad at that game. Really
Oh,
bad.
I'm
My longest survival
really good.
was 19 hours. The reason because I slept for about 10, 20, well, no, about 15 hours I was asleep on that, in that time that I survived for 20, no, my longest survival was just over a day, and that character had slept for about 20 hours because I accidentally took sleeping tablets twice. To try and, I tried to skip the night because I fucked up when I went to sleep. I went to sleep like kind of like late in the day, and it kind of followed through and took out most of the day for me. So I was like, I'll take some sleeping tablets. They didn't take immediately effect. So I was like, okay, maybe they don't take effect. Sometimes they don't affect you. So I went out for a walk, got into a fight with some zombies, and then started getting
Fell
tired.
asleep.
Yeah.
And then
No,
you
I
went
didn't fall
drowsy
asleep.
really, really quickly.
Yep, and then I had to find a place hid in this random building, which I just showered up in, went asleep, and then it ended up skipping most of the day again. So I was like, crap, do I try and escape during the night, or do I sleep again? So I took another sleeping tablet and
You
tried
never
going back
go
to sleep.
out at the night, ever.
Yeah, and then I left
do
the
all the
house
time.
and was killed. After all of
Oh.
that sleeping. Let's see, what else have I been playing?
We should do a
Um,
let's play. I so want to try out the multiplayer. Let's do
We
it
should.
now. Right this very instant.
All right, end the podcast. Cut the feed. Cut the feed.
Quickly. Yeah, sorry.
Yes, I'm just replying to someone in the chat. I'll just, rather than type it, I'll just say it. Y2J, I do the podcast on Saturdays GMT, 12 p.m., and I will be streaming later tonight, to answer your question. Anyway.
Is that a K or a J? That's K.
I call him Y2J.
Ah, fair enough.
There's a wrestler called Jericho who calls himself Y2J, and the first time I said it, I called him Y2J, and he didn't actually find an issue, so I called him Y2J from now on. Let's see. Terraria, been playing a little bit of that, getting back into that game because it's had loads and loads of updates and stuff, gained lots and lots of new bosses, which are really cool.
Wait, has it?
Yeah, it's
I remember they had that one, but I
Fish
wasn't
Run
sure
now.
if they kept on.
yeah, Fish
I didn't
Run's
know
a
that
new
they
boss.
kept on updating it.
Fish
so
Run's a new boss. You
cool.
have to fish for him, and yeah, I found out that it's actually impossible to beat every single boss in the game. I was playing around with T-Shock, which is a mod sort of thing which you can insert stuff into your Terraria game, and I edited myself the best gear in the game, literally the best of the best, the stuff that you can survive, like the hardest thing in the game. So I was like, okay, I've got the best of the best gear, I can survive the hardest thing in the game, which is the Frost Wave, the Frost Moon. I could survive that all of the things solo. I'll go against every single boss in the game. Apparently, that's impossible. I cannot kill all the
Oh.
bosses in the game, even with the best gear. Did some Dark Souls 2, actually. I streamed that, and I've been trying to do a completion with no bonfire, because if you complete the game with no bonfire, you gain the ability to wear a ring, and this ring makes your right-hand weapon invisible. If you complete it without dying, it makes your left-hand weapon invisible. You can get one for not dying, one for not resting at a bonfire, and I'm just trying to complete it without resting at the bonfire because not dying is really, really hard. And all I want is an invisible right-hand weapon, because there's a weapon called the Santinier's Spear. And the Santinier's Spear is a very, very weird weapon. It has the moveset of 4 different weapons. So, like, your first attack will be like a halberd movement, your second attack will be an axe movement, your third would be like a poke from a spear, and your fourth is like a dual blade spin. So it's really hard for people to predict what you're going to attack with, because if they can't see it, they really don't know what you're doing, which sounds fucking fun to me.
Right.
Oh, okay.
And apart from that, I've been
Spin around
playing
doing crazy stuff.
pretty much. The problem is, I don't know. I really want to find out because there's a weapon in the game called a twin blade that makes you sort of spin around like a crazy Jedi with double-bladed sword. And I found out the other day, if you dual wield these and power stance them, power stance is where you can normally pull off like great, awesome moves. But if you power stance with a twin blade, you just sort of like drop it on the floor, smash it on the floor as if they're hammers, which kind of shit. But I want to find if Santinier's Spear has a equivalent to that, because Santinier's Spear has a unique moveset for the entire game, and I want to see if I dual wield Santinier's Spear, if I can just like spin around like some sort of crazy double hand wielding, double blade Jedi bastard, and be the most dangerous thing in the world,
Yeah.
And apart from that, I played
Yeah.
Risk of Rain. That
Alright.
has anyone played Risk of Rain?
I did for
I haven't played it.
like 10 minutes or something, and I survived by
Yeah.
like a fluke.
Yeah, but
Is that worth it?
it's
Is it like?
it's a good game, but it's a roguelike, and normally with roguelikes, once you complete the game, you're kind of like, oh, I'm going to repeat that because it's so fun, and I can get more enemies, and I can unlock new characters and stuff like that, and, it's always mixes up your things, but I don't know, for some reason Risk of Rain is one of the only roguelikes I own, which I've completed it now, and I've completed it one time, and I'm just like, I'm not going to go back to that, actually, because that was really easy.
Yeah,
once
and
you
I
get
think,
once you get a hang of it, it's so easy.
and I think it's one of those games as well. You should like check out other people's gameplay and stuff, and then decide whether you want to get it or not, because it's not for everyone. Definitely not.
It originally though, when you first start playing it, the difficulty is so high. It's near enough impossible to complete, and then, I mean, I was just like, okay, fair enough, whatever.
Yeah.
Played it a couple of times. I played it for 3 hours 30 minutes straight actually, because I'm just looking at my recently played stuff, and it says Risk of Rain. In the last 2 weeks, you have played this for 3 hours 30, and so in those 3 hours 30, from my total play time is 4.5 hours. In those 3.3 hours, I managed to get good enough to complete the game. In a game
that's
that
cool.
was,
Yeah.
in a game that was really punishing, I got good enough to complete the entire game in 3.3 hours, and my completion run took me about an hour. So 2.3 hours.
yeah.
In 2.3 hours, I was good enough to complete the game, and I'm just like, I don't really want to play it anymore because I've just like kind of kicked its arse in. You know, you kind of don't. You kind of just. It's like, oh, there's that game. It's pretty pathetic. It let me kick the living shit out of it. I mean, looked up gameplay and stuff, and I've looked up other people that completed it, and they had so many more items than me as well. So like, so much more buffs and stuff, and I'm just like. So I basically completed it with less buffs than everyone else does. That's really boring. I mean, if people are completing
Yeah,
it
it
with
is.
more buffs and stuff, and it's looking that easy, and I've just completed it with less buff, and it's still looking easy, I'm just like, so what does it want me to complete the game with no buffs? Which would probably be impossible. I'm going to be honest, because the buffs are really, really, really helpful. Like there's stuff to like if you shoot an enemy it's over 80% damage, you do 50% more damage and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. That doesn't sound like something I'd really want to spend money on at the
No,
moment.
it's a
Maybe later.
roguelike, but no, it isn't getting any more updates or anything to my knowledge as well, because it's like a completed game. So I don't know if it was cheap, maybe like in a sale. Yeah,
It was on.
Yeah.
It was with. It was in a humble bundle, not
Yep.
long ago at all. But it's. Yeah, I didn't pick it up.
I got it from that humble bundle. And
I
yeah,
still
it
got
was
a lot
it was
to
worth
finish
it.
today.
It was worth it in the bundle, but I would say like if you're gonna ever looking to pick up Risk of Rain, wait for like a sale or something, because it doesn't feel like it's worth its full game. I play a lot of roguelikes, and it's just one of the only ones that I've completed. I'm just been like, I don't really want to play that anymore. I completed it once, and I know like I could play loads of different characters and stuff, but I completed it once, and I just don't care anymore now. I mean, I've played through Binding of Isaac 17, 20, over 20 or so times, and I still play Binding of Isaac, but Risk of Rain, I'm just like, I don't want to play that anymore.
Yeah,
It's
fair
strange.
enough.
Fair enough.
It is.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway,
That was a bit ranty.
have we asked Cameron?
No, I think he's here. He's
Yeah.
Just
No,
been-
have we
Yeah, no,
asked
you
him?
have asked me.
Oh,
No.
we have asked.
Yeah,
I
asked
thought you said, have we
everybody.
lost him? Yes.
No.
No.
You've misplaced him.
Yeah,
Come
Yeah,
find me.
sorry,
We've
we
lost Cameron.
misplaced the Cameron.
Whoops.
Do we want to call podcast?
Code Red, he's
Yeah.
escaped. He
I'm
escaped
looking
my
at Risk of Rain now.
dungeon.
It's $6.99 at the moment in the UK, and while it doesn't
God
seem like
damn.
much, I just don't really think it'd be that.
Yeah, nah.
No.
I think I might give it a pass. I still got to finish Metro Last Light. That
I
game
would-
is really good.
I would definitely say
Yeah,
pick it
that
up on a
game's
sale
fun.
because it's worth sale prices, but I don't know. It just couldn't capture my attention for longer than one playthrough.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Also,
it's
I don't really.
$10.
I probably shouldn't be playing too many video games anyway. I should probably cut down a bit. Because I
Shouldn't
got
be.
like stuff to do. Like I got school.
Like
and I'm just
life,
like playing
yeah.
video games. I'm just like not doing it.
Yeah, just
Ah, no.
like we said a few podcasts ago, just become a bum and then just play at Macca's permanently. Steal their Wi-Fi and
Yeah.
Mac is
their
internet.
electricity. Yeah.
Then there's some kids like
Macca's
some kids like,
internet
hey,
is
do you have
literally-
Macca's internet? You'd be like, yeah, what of it? Macca's internet is
Yeah.
the best.
Yeah.
They literally have the worst internet. Like,
Yeah, you can't even
I want to
like
know what their
connect to
speeds
it.
are.
Yeah. I'm like, Macca's internet is a joke. They say they have free Wi-Fi, but it doesn't even work. The hell? I think they just got the
I never
shittiest,
really
cheapest
used their
Wi-Fi
Wi-Fi.
just so they could say that they have free Wi-Fi.
Pretty much, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Oh well.
Probably.
Mac
Cost
is
them like $20 a
Anyway.
month, and they're like, eh.
oh well.
That makes a lot of sense, honestly.
Yeah, I'm actually not surprised. But it's annoying at the same time. Because, like, I was on my phone, and my friend's like, how do you connect to Macca's internet and make it work? I'm like, I don't, I just use my mobile data. Because Macca's doesn't
Yeah,
work.
you don't.
Yeah, you
Right,
just
That
don't.
doesn't happen.
So, before we go, do we
Um,
want to all spam out our channels and stuff like that if you want to do that?
Check
Yeah,
out
we'll
my
go to top
channel!
Yeah, hold on.
Yes,
Now!
that's not what I meant, colours. People cannot find your channel by saying, look at my channel. You can't,
All
All right,
can't
everybody,
find
subscribe to my channel, and thank you, bye.
A link will be in the
What
description
channel?
below.
Yeah.
Where?
it. Yeah, actually, that makes sense. If colours.
One of the people that have made a recommendation on Risk of Rain on Steam have 485.5 hours on record of that game.
Oh, bloody hell.
400 nearly 500 hours of Risk of Rain.
Oh.
Did he say, "Oh, just go ruin my life"? Something stupid like that.
Now, as I said,
No,
people
he
can
said
enjoy it.
it's
you know.
really good. Much good.
Yeah.
It's really
people
good.
enjoy it. You know, it's just my personal opinion. I don't really find it that good. It's
Fair
really
enough.
funny. It's like the over the topness of it all. Like when you've got like 50
Makes funny
million.
when you die.
It's when you've got like a million or so friggin' like drones and stuff surrounding you and bullets are just going everywhere. You know. And also the
Yeah.
difficulty settings are hilarious. Like the longer you spend in the game, the harder the game gets. And the difficulty settings eventually just start breaking the fourth wall. And I think when I completed it, the difficulty was that, are you still there? And after that, I think it goes to ha 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 ha.
That's
so
like
cruel.
Wolfenstein. The first difficulty was Daddy, can I play?
Yeah. Wolfenstein's just a dick, though. It's just like, it just makes you feel like a dick. Like, do you really want to pick that difficulty? Really? No.
Yeah.
You don't want to pick that Daddy, can I play difficulty? You want to go to Iron Man.
Yeah.
Right, so I think we'll end the
Right.
podcast there. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
It's been the
Yes.
ClusterJunk podcast.
Shank.
Subscribe.
Uploaded somewhere
Subscwib-Eh.
eventually on the main channel. I'm not really sure when ever, because Colours is involved. in that.
Uploaded
Yeah, uploaded
the
somewhere.
12th of the
Yeah.
12th of the 9th, 2015.
2025
obviously
actually.
Every week, every Saturday.
That's when we're due to get better internet.
Oh yeah.
Every Saturday on twitch.tv/OGNerd. It is live at 12 p.m. GMT, which I do not know what it is. Multiple different time zones, and I'll find it out probably for next week.
It's like 10 o'clock in Australia, like East Coast.
Yeah, there you go. So
Yeah,
it'll be
roughly.
somewhere between 10 a.m. to midday in America. There you go.
And for for Aussies, it's
There you
anywhere
go.
between 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. is when we start.
Somewhere between
We never know when we
12
finish.
a.m. and 12 p.m. in everywhere, yeah? So just between those two times, you know, just the a.m., the p.m., and maybe in between the a.m. and the p.m. again, you know? Just
Yeah, we'll
in
make a new
between
time.
those.
We'll make a new time.
Tom
make,
has work in
like,
2
MM.
hours.
We'll make MM
Yeah.
instead
Yeah.
of AM, PM.
Gotta keep
Make
that in
MM.
mind.
MMM.
Or CM, actually. ClusterJunk CM. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Make a new time zone.
Anyway.
We should
Anyway.
make like our own time zone. ClusterJunk time. CT.
From all across the world, it's like there's just a big
CJT.
line, like squiggly line through the earth, and like this is CJT.
Yeah.
This
Pretty
is
much.
CJT. They run on a different time to everybody else.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's like,
There we go.
sorry, I
Shut
can't
up.
make it to school. My clocks are all set to CJMT.
Yeah. Pretty much. Yeah, so Sub-Scwib-Eh to me. And
I've already stopped the
yeah.
live stream, by the way.
well, I'm still recording, so Sub-Scwib-Eh
Okay.
now. Now.
Yeah.
Some scribbles.
Subscribe.
Sub-Scwib-Eh. I should stop recording now.
Subscwib-Eh.
Probably.
Yeah, that
Sweet.
makes
At
sense.
some point. Wait,